Folks, better late than never. We are here with the shillionaire himself, the Class A market manipulator, and we're celebrating his return to YouTube. Is that what we call it? Return to YouTube?
I think so. Return to YouTube. I've been gone for so long. The prodigal son, man.
How's it feel, dude? We were just talking about it, but it feels good to be back. Boring without it.
Dude, honestly, everyone's like, oh, I got burnt out. I needed to take a break from YouTube. Dude, breaks from YouTube suck. They're not fun. You come back and everyone either thinks you died, you're depressed, you did something that got you canceled and you haven't been caught yet. It's just boring. There's nothing. And then your ad revenue's shit. So don't take breaks from YouTube. If you're burnt out, either quit or just keep going.
Yeah, I'm sure your lifestyle changed quite a bit without that ad revenue.
Yeah. Bro, I'm panhandling the rest of the afternoon.
That Pokemon ad revenue, that really keeps you going, trust me.
As soon as we're off the phone, man, like I'm going out to the streets. I got my plastic cup and I got my can and I'm gonna see what I can get.
I mean, that's why you came back, right? Like, because you needed the money.
I had to, dude. Pokemon, the market's no one cares about it anymore. No one wants to buy this shit. So I'm basically like either talk about it or panhandle. So I'm trying to use your clout to give me a little bit of something.
My clout, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
send
just
a super
right
chat,
into dude. We gotta jump into the reprint nonsense. I feel like I've covered it. You've covered it. Rudy Alpha Investments has covered it. Even like Danny Fansump, right? Like, you know, he was really excited about like the reprint for Prismatic and some of these reprints. And then like a few weeks later, he came out with another video, like kind of upset with Pokemon, upset with the market, upset with distributors. And it's just like, so everyone, even people that are like for the, you know, kind of like the game players and MSRP and all that stuff, even they're telling you guys this isn't good. And people are still like have this pipe dream that everything's going to return to cheap and widely available. Why do you think everyone thinks all of us are lying to them?
It's weird. First of all, I love to see mad Danny Phantom because I feel like I always watch his stuff because he's always been great, but like
for sure,
I don't watch all his content. I never did in the past, and he's been getting a lot more passionate lately, and we need that because like, dude, it's all effed up, and if he's complaining, then that's a bad sign that things are really bad. I don't know why people can't accept it. I'm with you on that. It's funny because all you'll get, I think people just like to do the opposite of what people are saying, like pretend they know something that's like extra. Because the other video I just made, basically complaining about this topic, all these people in the comments were like, what are you talking about, bro? Target got a ton of this stuff in. Everything's fine. And I'm like, well, shit. I guess go to Target then and start flipping it like all these other people because, like, your Obsidian Flames ETBs you found at Target by the case full, like, those are worth $110 right now. So I guess my next video is going to be called, I Guess Everything's Fine. People don't know what to think.
I got the same kind of stuff. Like when I said that, you know, I think Prismatic is a good pickup on this reprint between the 1 to 120 range in ETB. And people like immediately, like a couple days later, I just got 2 Pokemon Center ETBs off the Pokemon Center drop. You said it wouldn't get to MSRP. I'm just like, okay, obviously if you find some drop here or there, I'm talking about the market price, eBay, TCG Player, the established market price. You're not going to see it drop under that likely. And I think people just like, I think we've talked about it before. I think anyone who's like for it owns a lot of it. Anyone who's against it doesn't have it yet and wants it to drop. And you can clearly see like what side people are on in the comments because the people who don't have any yet, they desperately want it to drop. So they're going to be negative against anything you say about the market staying high. And then anything you say about the market dropping, you're going to have everyone in the comments mad at you because you said it's going to drop and it's going to affect their, you know, products going down. So it's like, you can't win.
I think you're 100% right. And I think people, they're so used to being screwed over on the internet, which, like, respect, that does happen. They're so used to it that they're doing everything they can to be like, oh, no, you didn't get me. I knew it all along. So they're saying the opposite of what the YouTuber's saying. Yeah. Like, if I was like, oh, guys, there's stuff available in stores everywhere. It's all here. Then I'd get those same people being like, no, it's not. This guy's lying, blah, blah, blah. Because, like, they just don't want to lose. And I don't know. There's so many scams online right now. I think the strategy to avoid being scammed is just to irrationally go against whatever you're hearing on YouTube and being like, nah, I didn't let him trick me into that. So
yeah. I think there's like this belief that, you know, if you or I have a business that like is directly affected by like sales or like, margins and things, then like we obviously have a vested interest in telling you the opposite of like what's going on. It's just like, I mean, we could literally like, put a speakerphone on the phone with like distributors and like they could tell people over the phone and they still wouldn't believe it.
No. Yeah. They'd be like, oh, that's AI.
Yeah.
100%. They think it was some AI bot or something. It's bananas. Like people, in their defense, there are a million scammers right now and a million more coming every day on Whatnot, especially. And so I'm like, okay, people do get effed, but they just assume that everyone that makes a YouTube channel is only making money by screwing them. It's like, bro, I make plenty of money, honestly. I don't need to screw you over to get I got my panhandling cup. I'm good. Like, we're set.
I tried to explain that in my video too, like where, eventually you have so many different products and so much like, so much unrealized gains added up that like people really, people that don't have a lot, they don't understand it, but like they'll see something drop and be like, oh, you guys are screwed now. It's just like, dude, Prismatic could drop to $30 in ETB. I don't even see my portfolio really change.
No,
it's just like even with you, like Japanese 151 could go in half and you're just like, yeah, I barely saw my portfolio change in value. Like it's just, and people don't realize that because they're not in that position. So they think every little move in the market like really affects you, like to where you have to come out and make a video or try to protect yourself. It's like, it's not that serious.
I think they need to be like, I assume some of these people have like mutual funds. Like how many stocks is in a mutual fund? Like hundreds?
Yeah.
Dozens? Whatever. I would just be like, all right, look at your mutual fund and list out every individual company. I'm sure a good chunk of them did horribly. Did you notice? Do you even know what's in your mutual fund? Probably not. Like that's how we look at these cards. Like I'm like, okay, yeah, 151 crashed or whatever. You're right. It's all the same.
Dude. I hate to even do this. But the whole comment section is, dude. You got to give credit where credit's due. This guy knows how to get people talking. Everyone's talking about the Team Rocket Joey guy, man.
Right now,
Pokey Plumber is giving props to Team Rocket Joey. Well, I don't put a lot of stock in what Pokey Plumber has to say these days, so I'm not really worried about that. Where else? Joey has terrible advice. Wait, what did Joey say? Joey is raw though. Like, dude,
oh no.
Look, here's the thing. He's getting people talking. He's doing something right in the content game. I just don't even respond. I blocked him. I do not recommend his videos. Like on my, I clicked the do not recommend on him. I don't pay attention to the guy because look, and Brian's same way. Like, I don't know why me and Brian seem to be the people that everyone wants to like grab the torches and come after usually on YouTube. Me more so lately, but it's just like, I can't be bothered by it. Like Brian's same way. Like I have the business. He has a business to run. I put out videos for content to grow the channel, grow like the following, all that. I really don't have time to be worried about all the drama stuff. Like that's their game and they're playing it the way they know how to play it. I don't want to play. You win. I don't want to play.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything he's posted in a while either. I think the people, I'm going to look up his channel right now. I think the people that really follow this guy, just for some like helpful human to human advice, like maybe he's saying some really smart things about Pokemon, but people like that. They like to say the opposite of what your opposition is saying to make it feel like they're on your team. This happens in politics a lot. I'm not gonna shout out anyone in particular, but the people you think are on your team as like the middle-aged guy that works 9 to 5 and makes 14 an hour, the billionaire that you're sucking up, they don't actually care about you. They just know what to say to make you think they care about you. Now, Team Rocket Joey is not a billionaire by any means, but it's a good strategy where you're like, oh, I don't even believe this. I'm just going to say some stuff that the people will rage with. And so, I mean, just be careful with that. And that's true with anybody. But
I'm not even against the guy. Like,
no, I'm not either. I just like, this is cringe.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, I wish him the best. He does a great job of, I mean, just by the engagements. I get stuff in my comments all the time about it. It's just like, hey, man, he's obviously doing something to stir stuff up. As for me, like, I have so few hours available during the day of free time. That little bit of free time, I'm going to spend it with my wife or like friends and family. I'm not going to spend it worrying about internet drama. And so, like, hey, if that's what gets you clicks, throwing, PokeNE or Nostalgianomics face or naming your thumbnails, go for it, dude. I'm all for it. Play the game.
Yeah, and that's all it is. It's just a game. But when people support their like for a creator by saying they're raw. Like, let me tell you guys, as someone who manipulated the YouTube market as well as I have in the past, like the first year, there is nothing challenging about being raw. It's actually the laziest way to make content. You just turn the camera on, you throw in a few strategically placed curse words so you seem more relatable. This is actually real stuff. Like, and then people are like, oh man, this guy's raw. It's like, you could do the same thing with zero credibility. And I challenge any of you guys that are simps for this kind of content, like, get on YouTube, say something kind of outlandish, but then just add like a, yeah, you know, these, you know, this is shit that the real YouTubers don't want you to know, but this is how it actually is. Throw a couple like expletives in there and just talk real confidently. And then also plan some strategic, nonchalant sneezes or coughs to make it look like you don't care about editing. That's a really good strategy. Be like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna edit this shit. Like, this is just raw. Like, this is the delivery. That's how these people manipulate you into thinking that they're on your side. And it's just
hold on.
Tricks.
I legitimately don't know how to edit. So come on. I really am just that stupid. So if I ever say that, guys, I really just am not going to edit. So.
And I've said it too. I don't edit my stuff either. But there's these little tiny strategies. There's a word for this in fashion where you purposely keep your tie a little messy. You purposely keep your hair looking like it come from a squawkabilly. Yeah, there's a fashion term for this, and it's where you try to look like you're not trying. And that's what a lot of these people do. And it works really well. So good for them, but don't be a sucker.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something to be said for that. It is always like more attractive to people that give off that idea that you don't care too much, you're not trying. None of this is that important. It's all a children's card game. All you take it too serious. It's like, well, you know, there's a lot of people who run businesses that probably make like, you know, 10 times what a lot of people's parents do combined in their real world jobs, or what you do in your real world job. But, you know, hey, it's all just a fun game joke, I guess. By the way,
Yeah,
that's a good segue. It's like, how is business going, man? Are sales dropping off a cliff? Are you about to file bankruptcy? Like, are you downsizing? What's going on in this crazy market?
Dude, the market's nuts. Sales are good. There's been no slowdown at all. And I'm not saying like we're getting more traffic because of X, Y, and Z. I'm just saying we're at a point now where our sales are actually higher than they have ever been before. And I know someone's going to like debate that or like want to fact check that because they're thinking I'm like hyping it up. But you guys have seen my thumbnails. We did 350,000 a month in sales this year or this month. Let me see.
By the way, J Love's going to use this as like another shill video.
Oh, 100%.
PokeNE is the biggest shill.
I can show this without doxing myself, I think. Yeah, so in the last 30 days, I don't know if that'll pop up on the screen, but it was 600 and hold on. 629,000 in sales. I don't know if it shows.
Yeah, barely.
Probably not. But yeah, 629.7K in sales this month. Last 7 days sucked. 80,000. But last 30 days was great.
That's crazy, by the way.
Yeah, we're roughly let's see, we're in May now, 6, 12, 18. We've probably done 2 point something million in sales this year, and we're on our path to our first $1 million month. That'll be in July.
Yeah, I mean, so guys, like, to put that in perspective, right? Put in perspective, no matter what margin he's doing, let's just do some math. A 10% margin is over 200 grand already. A 20% margin is over 400. A 30% margin is over 600 grand so far for the year, and it just started in May. So that gives you an idea of how much like revenue and how much like profits these kind of business generate. And to like write it off as it's like, oh, well, everyone's just trying to like shill things and keep this Ponzi scheme going, and no one actually buys this stuff. It's all just investors trading hands. It's just, I feel like it's the cop out because like it's harder. Here's the problem. It's hard to actually do something. It's much easier to get online and complain about something.
Yep, it very much is. And now that complaining is monetizable, just adds to it.
Oh, dude, the complaining channels are the big the complaining channels are the fastest growing channels in Pokemon. Like before, everyone was complaining about investor bros, right? Like, oh, everyone just watch investor bro content. They're getting all the views. Now it's all like the drama complaining channel. All you have to do is complain about something. Complain about, you know, the price of Pokemon cards, complain about tariffs, complain about, you know,
it works.
what are people even complaining about these? It's whatever. anything that like makes any complain about the new Switch. Oh, the new Switch, evil Nintendo company.
That's a good one.
Anything you complain about gets the most views.
And that's another, it goes back to that thing where I was telling you guys about creators manipulating you. A lot of the times the people complaining, they don't actually give a shit. Most of them are too rich to even care. Like, if I complain about the price of a Nintendo Switch, I would have a whole coalition of people behind me, like, Brian's one of us. Brian, I could buy a Switch from my sales I made in the past hour. Like, not relatable. The people that complain acting like the little guy, they're just manipulating you into thinking that they're on the same
They're
page.
pandering to their audiences. I've said it a million times in my videos.
Did you see that the PokeNE, like the streamer girl? Yeah, did you see her latest slip up? She said something on like her live stream about like F the rich, eat the rich, like those people are evil. This chick
You're rich.
And the guy in the video says that to her. She's like, "Oh, not me though. I mean like Elon rich." This chick's making like 15 million a year streaming, and she's saying eat the rich. And while she got a lot of shit for that, I bet hundreds of thousands of people in her audience was like, "Yeah, she's one of us." Like,
of course,
she gets it,
dude. You see it. I've seen it. Like when I've like clicked around, like when I'm bored or something. You see it. Like you see the title, the thumbnail. You click on it. The creator saying something. I'm not going to call any specific creators, but like they're very clearly just pandering to whatever the audience wants to hear, so they can get all those feel good comments, right? And in their comment section and feel like, oh yeah, I'm so loved. I'm saying what the community wants and all that. And the reality is they don't want to say the harsh truths that they'll tell you, like behind the scenes, you can have a phone conversation or an email conversation with them. They know, like they're fully aware of it all. They're probably doing half the stuff themselves, but then they get on videos and they say all the stuff that like gets them all, because they don't want to, step on any toes. They don't want to cause any drama. And I get it, but at the same time, it's not really helpful.
Yeah, it's 130 billion% correct. It's all BS. And someone in here in the comments, so the two of you haven't been pandering the MSRP crowd for months. I haven't been. I'm just telling y'all how it is. MSRP.
What does that mean, pandering to the MSRP crowd?
I don't really know exactly what they're trying to say there, but I'm just like, people ask why aren't things MSRP? I'm telling you, because we're paying MSRP from the distro. It's just fact. I'm not going to act like I can't afford cards. That would be pandering. If I was like, guys, like my collection's taking a real hit. Like these cards are getting too expensive for me. My personal binder's like empty right now. Like you'd see through the bullshit, because 3 videos before that, you see my sales and you're like, oh, this guy's Pokemaning it right now. I don't know.
Here's the thing, like,
YouTube's nuts.
I think Danny Phantom's probably the best example. Like that dude is probably the most for the community, like actual, like legitimately for the community, not like the pandering stuff. Like he truly believes in his business model. He truly believes in cards being, cheap at release and MSRP. Like for him, right? Like for him, like the shining light of like that side of the hobby, to even come out and say, guys, we're paying more from distros. We got to bundle things. Like we can't get them. I can't sell it for MSRP. Don't buy from me because I can't even sell it that cheap, or I'd be losing money. At very least, you have to realize he's not lying to you. Me and Brian, yeah, we're all evil. We're lying to you. Rudy's lying to you. Everyone's lying to you. At very least, you have to accept Danny's not lying to you. It's real. It's not coming down.
Yeah, when the market starts rejecting him and his content, that's when we've just hit an all new level of, oh, we're cooked. Like people seem to accept what he's saying is legit. It is, by the way. But yeah, if we get to a point where they're like, oh, he's turned to the dark side, like then we're really screwed. Because like that could happen. I could see people being like, Danny's turned to the dark side. And then it's just like, dude, we're toast now. Like, I don't know.
So Brian, the niceties are over. The real reason I wanted to have you on the podcast was that you don't offer consultation sessions. And so I figured if I invited you on the channel, I could get a real consult session from you.
Oh boy.
So the rip and ship business model is dead.
Dead.
I mean, you've said it. Rudy said it. I'm basically out of business right now.
Absolutely cooked. Like,
and so like I really have you here to explain to me where I go from here.
You want to come work for me? I got my boy Bryce. Like he's really good.
I mean, I wasn't gonna ask, but if you're gonna like throw it out, like I mean, look, you're not that far from me.
Yeah, you can commute. I'll pay your gas money because you're just a rip and ship. You're not making dick anyway. I'll cover your gas.
A little about this before though, so I mean,
yeah,
give your take on that. So, oh, by the way, guys, look, you're about to experience something very odd on YouTube. Someone you can actually like have like different opinions on things. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm gonna let Brian get this. Dude, did you see that? Like,
only
all
on the
people in my
Celdonamic.
comments come like, did you see what PokeNE just said? Can you believe that? I thought you guys were friends. Like, we are.
Bro,
What happened? Oh,
for sure.
okay.
There are going to be people that think we hate each other now. No, I've made a couple videos talking about how rip and ships are dead, and I say it kind of tongue in cheek because obviously people are making buco bucks. But my points, I made a few points, and before I get into my little points, the best comment I got in response to this was, Brian just wants to take all the rip and shippers out so people go to his site and pay more. Like, dude, I am not that smart, man. I'm not like an evil anime genius in some like shitty Nickelodeon like revamp of your favorite TV show. Like, I'm just saying what I think. Rip and ships being dead, when I say that, I mean the following two things. Number one, people will eventually stop giving shit, in my opinion, because there's only like probably 50 rip and shippers that are actually worth a damn, that have not ripped you off, will not rip you off, and actually provide a consistent streaming experience every, X amount of days. There's probably, what, 50?
Yeah,
and last more than a year.
I don't know enough. Like, I haven't really dug through like the whatnots, the drips, the eBay lives, the fanatics, like, YouTube, Twitch. But I mean, it's probably not far off.
Yeah, like there's always going to be new ones that come up for a few months, a few weeks, that either want to rip people off and get a quick buck, or just like, I'm going to be the next Nostalgianomics, and then they do it for like
definitely not the next me. Everyone just had a misconception like I'm some kind of big rip and shipper. Guys, I promise you, I'm small. I know numbers. I know the numbers what some of these guys do. I'm not it. I'm not anywhere near the top of that mountain.
You're probably one of the biggest on YouTube.
Maybe bigger on YouTube.
You got to be top 3 on YouTube, I'd guess.
I have no clue.
I can't name anyone. I mean, Cool Trainer Ryan would be bigger.
Well, obviously.
I mean, he's the first one that comes to mind. I mean, you could like PokeRev sometimes like sells stuff he opens.
Yeah, I feel like once
Rudy
PokeRev
sells stuff he opens, but
I feel like once PokeRev found the mystery packs, he kind of gave up on the rip and ship.
Yeah, so I mean, you're definitely top 3. So that's probably where people are getting it.
Yeah,
Pokevault's big, yeah. So I mean, not very many.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
and so aside from you people and the big people on whatnot, it's like people are going to eventually stop buying from those services, and even if they don't, if they want more Cool Trainer Ryan and Nostalgianomics and Pokevault in their life, eventually those 3 people are going to want to do something else. They're going to have more kids. They're going to want to retire and just make money passively. And if you focus too much of your business model only on rip and ships, I'm saying that model is going to kill you. It's going to, I mean, imagine if Rev never did his mystery packs. He'd be burnt out as hell right now. CTR, he changed his business model quite a bit, where he was doing it basically for free, and now he's selling them. And eventually he'll probably get burnt out of that. And then maybe he'll move to mystery packs. Maybe he'll just retire, because I'm sure he's making millions. Like, eventually these people are going to want to stop. And if you don't have anything on the other side on base, you either better hope you have a shitload of money and you can put it somewhere logical, or you're gonna have to take a 9-to-5 job working for me in my basement.
Well, I've been told that. I've been told I'm gonna have to work at McDonald's like when this is over. People have told me that. They have.
I mean,
I believe them.
I don't doubt people have, but I think anyone that's in rip and ship business who's got a big thing going, they need to have something on the back burner that they're slowly building, so that and it could be slow and steady. You could be doing rip and ships and be like, hey guys, by the way, I know we don't got a sealed store, but we are getting in the new black and white set this June. If you want to pre-order a sealed version, it's on this website, but we're still doing rip and ships. So, you can also request it to be ripped at June 15th at the release date, whatever it is. And I think like that, I was talking to Alex, I'm like, I think that's essential, because eventually either your audience is going to get bored of you, or you're going to get bored of your audience, or just completely burnt out.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think rip and ships as a lifelong career is dead. As a short-term money-making operation, totally good.
Yeah. I definitely agree with some of your points. I think one of the things that like is a little different is, not to get all the guys, not like the stupid fake, the community type thing, but like it does form like sort of like a community where like the same, kind of like core group shows up. Everyone's kind of rooting for each other. Like, even in my ripping ships now, like someone won't get hits, someone will get a bunch. They'll be like, hey, give one of my hits to them. They didn't get something. Like, it's almost like everyone's kind of like friends with each other now. And I think it's just like the act of like showing up that night and hanging out with like your online buddies. And it's almost like going to like a Call of Duty lobby and playing your game. Everyone shows up to like rip past together, see what each other get. So I think there's definitely some sort of like a community and hangout feel to them where like, I agree. Like, you know, a lot of the smaller people will probably get weeded out, like, especially once the prices drop and margins get lower and it's not as lucrative. But I definitely think there's a little more to it than just like selling product. I think there's like another layer to it, which is kind of why I think there'll be like a little bit more longevity, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I completely agree. The community aspect, unironically, is very powerful, and that's been proven. I haven't done like regular rip and ship since Twitch back in like 2022. Still to this day, I get DMs, emails, comments from my original Twitch people, and I'm always like, "Yo, thanks for always being here." Like, it's been years.
Dude, we've talked about this before. The most ironic thing about this whole conversation, the most ironic thing here is you told me to do this.
Yes, I did. I remember now. You reminded me that I told you.
Dude, we were walking around Collecticon, and it was like right after I went full time in the hobby, and I'm doing the whole, you know, the whole grading cards and buying collections, and I had some YouTube revenue and whatever, sponsorships, affiliate links. And I'm like, dude, Brian, I got to figure out a way to get some income, or like, you know, I might as well just go back to my other job. I'm just not making anywhere near what I used to make. And Brian's just like, dude, you got to add another stream of income. Have you ever tried ripping ships? Have you tried, selling Japanese product? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know about Japanese, but tell me about this ripping ship thing.
Always against the Japanese stuff. It's a cash cow, man.
Well, that's where I'm at to go now, because that was the only other option that you gave me. Mm-hmm. So I picked one option, and now I got to pick the other because it's dead.
I think that there's something to be said about the every millionaire has 7 sources of income, and people definitely take that the wrong way. They go, oh, I just need 7 sources of income. Okay. And then they try to start 7 different businesses in like a year, and then they all suck because they don't even know how to run one. But when you get to a certain point where you're making a certain amount of cash flow, that's when you start another one. And like Alex was kicking ass on YouTube, and I was like, oh, well, now you need sales to come in. So do rip and ships because you're using your YouTube clout for sales now. Now that needs to become the secondary business. And the primary business needs to become where you're asleep making money while you sleep. And that's sealed product. Yeah. And you know, people are like, oh, that's evil. Like, I'm not telling Alex to go to Walmart, buy your whatever is hot right now, prismatic ETBs, and flip them. I'm saying get a distributor, which he did, and I'm saying get a Japanese supplier and have some sales coming in while you sleep, while you make videos. I mean, right now, if you're a rip and shipper talking on live stream to me or Alex or whatever, like right now you could be making sales as you're live streaming. Like we probably made a few sales in the last half hour.
When's the last time you actually bought a product from a store, like Walmart, Target, Sam's Club, Costco?
Like any sort of item?
Yeah, like a Pokemon item.
A Pokemon item?
For me, it was 151 UPCs. And by the way, guys, that was back when they had pallets there. Nobody wanted them. They sat for months, at least weeks. And you could have bought them for $79.99 in store, $89.99 online. Like ever since the craziness started, I haven't even tried. I'm not sitting in queues. I'm not waiting in lines outside stores. Like people that do what we do, we don't waste time on that. Like,
no, it's silly. And if I just always pretend I make minimum wage, and I'm like, okay, well, I took 3 hours off work. I sat in line for 2 hours to save $20 on market price when I could have just made $14 an hour minimum wage in Iowa. Yeah. You know, like people don't factor in their time, and they certainly aren't. Like we're certainly not going to be doing that. I mean, I've never really bought a Pokemon product in store since I've always had distro, and if I do buy, if I ever got caught buying something in a store and then selling it, obviously I'd be canceled immediately. But I did buy a Pokemon themed GameCube controller 3 or 4 months ago from Target.
Scalper.
It was an ass controller.
Scalper, dude. You yeah, bro. These two are full of themselves. Selling only Pokemon is just dumb all around. I told Chevy that about cars. Like, what does that even mean? What does that even mean?
What do you want me to sell you something else? I can sell you a feather.
He's got some white shorts for you, right?
I got a little white shorts. I got I got something really crazy. And hold on. You see my Yu-Gi-Oh?
Oh, you're talking about your Yu-Gi-Oh purchases?
Somewhere over there. Oh yeah, give me one.
I can't wait to see this.
I don't even know what they are, honestly.
I can't wait to see this madness.
Yeah, that'll work. This is Bryce, by the way. So I had a Bryce.
What's up, Bryce? Is that the Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh! This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel Midterm Paradox.
I'll give you about 350.
I'll take it. I paid 500. So this is the stuff that I can also sell you if you're interested. They couldn't even bother to keep it sealed properly. Like, it's already unsealed. I'm weighing it. Apparently that sucks. I was gonna sell that whole display. Shit.
Dude, are you gonna weigh it or are you gonna weight it? Because like weighting, I think is different than weighing.
Yeah,
and then you gotta scan it, and then you gotta like, what are all the different ones? There's
the
like
CT
too many different ones at
scan,
this point.
and then I was gonna 3D print new monsters onto the cards themselves.
Yep.
Replace like the black eyes blue dragon with the white eyes yellow head dragon, and
I like that one.
Stonks.
Nice.
Yeah, I print on Yu-Gi-Oh too for sure.
Well, without giving any information away, let's let people behind the scenes of this whole this distribution game that apparently, you know, everyone thinks that we all just get like, you know, these things for pennies on the dollar and we mark them up and make, you know, just infinite amounts of money, and we all have like, you know, like what color is your Bugatti, by the way? I got the blue one.
You're acting like I got one, bro. I got the whole rainbow, dude.
Damn.
Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple.
But yeah, it's just like this idea that no one, like outsiders looking in and just don't quite understand it.
The sales.
Well, okay. Like, okay, to get any amount of product with distributors, you have to have a long-standing account, and then to be able to spend, you have to take a bunch of crap nobody wants. And the reason nobody wants that crap is there's no money to be made on it. And so what's happening is you're taking a bunch of stuff that you can't sell, or you're not going to make any profit on, or it's going to sit to get stuff that you can make a margin on. And so you're having to lock up all this capital just to make some. You're using those profits to pay for that capital just to kind of build your spend to have profits in the future. And I think everyone just thinks like we just get everything for pennies on the dollar and you just make millions of dollars.
And to be fair, I thought that too before I got a distro. And at the time, ironically, you could kind of get whatever you wanted. This was back in like 2022. But I was like, oh shit. I'm like, why doesn't people just go get a distro and pay $90 a booster box? That sounds like a life hack of the century. And it is, yeah, it's absolutely not like that. I made a video just the other day about $1,900 of, I couldn't even tell you the brand, some box that holds top loaders. And it was $1,900 of those. I don't even know what they are. But I mentioned it in the last video. It was on my invoice. And I had to buy $1,900 of these things plus $500 of those Yu-Gi-Oh things just to get access to Prismatic Evolution ETB reprint that, you know, is going to crash the whole market. I can tell you for a fact that when I have to buy $1,900 of top loader holders, I'm not going to sell the Prismatic ETBs at break even, because now I have $1,900 of top loader holders on my shelf, not only taking up space in this very crowded basement, but also just sitting there while inflation just gets worse and worse. It's nobody, and I am apparently one of the lucky ones. Like, talking to my 3 distros, I got a lot more shit than a lot of other people did. So certainly the average other store, the stores that aren't ripping you off, the stores that aren't scalper scum like me and Alex, like they had to buy more top loader holders to get less Prismatic ETBs, and they probably spent more on those Prismatic ETBs. They're not going to sell them at $50. They're going to either keep them or sell them at, you know, market price. And that's why. And, you know, you can blame the distros, but in all honesty, and I'll make a video about in defense of distros, they're kind of in the same boat. Like, they used to get, you know, I don't know how pallets and pallets and pallets of these ETB cases, and now they're getting like one pallet, and they have to distribute it out to me, Alex, and then 40 other people that are really big, and then another 150 other accounts that are small in the Pokemon world that buy a bunch of board games. Like, they have to make money on this shit too. And because these distros, they hire people, they have like employees and leases and rent. Everyone talks about the LGS stores, LGS owners that have to pay leasing and electricity and blah blah blah. Like, the distros, they're not owned by Pokemon. They're not being taken care of by the big man. Southern Hobby can go out of business just as quickly and easily as PokeNE. And ironically, this is going to sound arrogant, but it's actually true. They have a better chance of going bankrupt than I do because they have expenses and I don't. My expenses are my mortgage, which we're Gucci, and I have a couple part-time people. Southern Hobby's like overhead is so goddamn high that if Pokemon continues giving them the small piddly ass pallet size they would have to declare bankruptcy eventually. Like their expenses are way higher than mine. So it's not like they're the evil guy either. It's your brand that you all worship to death, Pokemon.com, that can't make enough of this shit. Like they're at fault here.
Yeah, man, it's just it's a bad situation because, like, you know, it's honestly better for everyone when product's more available and you can get as much as you want. You can just like put in orders, and then when it sells out, you put in another order and you get restocked. And you know, I mean, it definitely takes more work for me running a rip and ship, trying to source product, like trying to go through all kind of different sources to get enough packs, because obviously distros have zero available of anything. And so like that's the other misconception, is that people like us love this kind of market. Like I don't love it. I don't know about you.
No, sucks. Way too much work.
Yeah, so it's just like I don't get it anymore. I have a lot of very lovely people in the chat. Bridget, Alex is the most egotistical crybaby in this space has ever seen. Well, hey, at least I'm the best. He thinks the world revolves around him. Bad for this hobby, brother. Do better. Well, that must be one of who should we say? Is it Opossum Buds fan? Is it female Opossum Buds fan? That's her official name. Team Rocket Joey's fan. It's one of them.
Oh boy. I mean, hey guys, being a crybaby on YouTube, it pays the bills.
Well, here's the funny part, right?
If you can't find enough product, you just got to complain.
Here's the funny part, guys. I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to say one thing. Take stock of the situation. Look who's making content, and then look who's making content about that person's content. That should give you a clear view of who's complaining, who's not. I just make videos giving you my takes. Apparently, that rubs people the wrong way.
Well, yeah, you're not giving the takes that they want to hear, so
right.
Therefore, you're complaining.
Well, yeah. And here's the thing, right? Just like we talked about earlier, like talking about like the millionaires, billionaires. It's like there's always going to be a larger crowd of regular complainers, right? It's just statistical, like income ranges, socioeconomical classes. You're always going to have more people on the complaining side and unhappy that things aren't cheaper side. So obviously the takes that I have are not going to be popular. I'm fully aware of that. Like I know I'm going to get haters for my content because the things I'm talking about are only going to apply to a smaller sect of the hobby, where anyone complaining about people that are saying things like I do, that's going to appeal to the broad market of people, well, that just aren't in those positions. That's simple.
Yeah, and that's a good point. Yeah, you're it's a much smaller audience that's, I guess I was going to say more valuable, but being we're not really in sales, like selling courses, everyone's kind of like, ironically, the audience members all have kind of equal value. They're all worth 0.001 penny in YouTube's ad revenue cycle. Yeah, you'd make a lot more money. You'd get a lot more views and make more YouTube ad revenue. Just
dude, I could switch it up like that. I know all the keywords to pander to. I know how to make everyone, hitting their feels and feel good and complain about this or that. It's very easy. Like it's very easy content to make. It's just like, I don't believe in it. I think it's wrong. Like I think in the next 1, 2, 3 years, everything we're saying is going to continue to be proven right. And people are going to be upset and not like it, but they're not going to be able to say we were wrong. Like you can call me every name in the book. There's 2 names you can't call me. You can't call me a liar because I tell you exactly the truth. If it's not my opinion, it's the truth. And you're not gonna be able to call me wrong because it's gonna play out the way we're telling you.
Yeah, and most of the people that are against that either just stop watching or commenting, or they just ignore that and double down on whatever they're saying. And again, it's like with YouTube, that's the problem with. That's not, I guess, a problem with it, but the problem with these like platforms is you can literally lie, and as long as you're lying to enough people, it's the same. The value's the same. YouTube doesn't rank. It's like if you're a business and you're trying to get people to your website, there's different values of customers. If I was like, yo, come to my website, we have hot chicks holding cute puppies, come here, and I got 500,000 people to come to the site and only 0.0001% bought because they were here for the hot chicks and cute puppies, and we don't have that at PokeNE.com, unfortunately. Like those customers are worth less. But with YouTube, every customer is the same. Every viewer is the same exact amount of ad revenue. So going back to what we were talking about earlier, yeah, like the manipulation, the people that you think are on your side, like they're using you for your 0.0001 penny of ad revenue. And like we made fun of ad spend before, ad revenue before, but like it is good money if you're getting consistent views. If you're getting, well, I mean, what do I get? I get like $4,000 a month, and I don't. And for some people that's a lot of money. For some people that's not shit. But for $4,000 a month on YouTube, you only need to hit under 1 million views a month.
Yeah.
And the people, the brothers in your community, the sisters for your community that you think is like are all on your side, they just know how to hit 1 million views a month. It's not challenging.
Oh, don't get me wrong. You can make a full-time living just on YouTube revenue, even in the Pokemon space. Absolutely. Depending on what you view a full-time living as, but definitely like a good, I would say like the US standard full-time living, getting those
full-time
kind of
in Nebraska,
absolutely.
You can get a nice house for $4,000 a month.
That's what I'm saying.
So yeah, I'd rather, like you said, I'd rather just be like truthful and straight up and miss out on, a couple grand of ad revenue, because we have actual businesses and actual, careers at stake here, where whatever money we're losing in ad revenue, we're gaining in rip and ships or sealed site sales, whatever.
Have you changed up any of what you're doing, like behind the scenes, with like, you call it like holding inventory, investing, whatever you call it, based on anything going on the market or any news you have behind the scenes, distributor stuff that everyone thinks we have? Have you changed up anything?
Well, when the tariffs were first announced, the reciprocal ones for 24%, I took down pretty much every Japanese product that I thought would have good value, because I was like, okay, if I sell a 151 box at 160, if these 24% tariffs remain, I'm going to have to replace that with a box for 200 now or whatever. So I took everything down there. So I am responding to the news. And then when that went away, I kind of readjusted. And what I did is I took a lot of Japanese products and all my Chinese product off the site. And I kept most of it off. There's some Chinese stuff back on, but with the tariff stuff tripling the cost of some of these things, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just take all this off. So I'm following news cycles. As far as like the general market goes, I actually have a lot more stuff I put on the market to kind of liquidate a little bit. I think most of it is going to stay. I'm not trying to fire sell anything. I'm selling it all for whatever price it's supposed to be according to the market.
Yeah.
But I am liquidating more than I originally planned, because I'm trying to, we'll call it a summer home, or we're trying to get a summer house here, and I want to turn that into real estate. So right now I'm selling, but I think once we get enough for that real estate purchase done, I'm going to probably keep a lot of it and just hold it until I'm like 40.
Yeah.
I always want to have like $500,000 in cards. That's kind of my goal right now.
So obviously nothing going on is worrying you in the slightest.
No, I think it's silly that people want to sell as much as they have. I've gotten so many emails about people like, hey, I want to sell my sealed collection. I'll take 80%, is fine. And I think you mentioned this in a video recently. You were like, well, yeah, you've got $40,000 in your sealed collection, but it's 1 box of Bolt Hound EX, 2 boxes of Iono, 4 packs of this, and they have like 200 SKUs. And like one guy, he's local here, he's in Omaha area, and he's like, hey, I got all this stuff. He's like, do you want to come over and make an offer? And I'm like, oh, well, just give me a list of everything and I'll make an offer. He's like, oh, well, there's just too many different things. Like, you could just come over and look. I don't have time to go over and take my my clipboard and calculate what you have. Yeah. So that being said, if you do have a large sealed collection, I'm flabbergasted at the amount of people trying to fire sell it, because I'm like, now is when I'd be buying. Like, if you have a nice, clean list of product and there's not 400 million SKUs, like I'm buying all of it. I'm very confident with the market right now. I bought 40 grand from one guy. I bought 42 grand from another guy. I've got a guy that wants to give me 65K of a bunch of stuff. And I'm just like, dude, what are these people doing? I'm straight up telling the people on YouTube, like, I'll buy from you, but I suggest not doing that. My last video, I literally say, I suggest holding on to what you have. So I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah, dude, that's going into that ancillary product stuff. Like, you know, that's another video when I made like a video talking about that stuff. I know I'm going to get hate for saying some of these things. Like, I'm fully aware of it. People think like I'm like, you know, out of touch. Like, Alex, you're saying things. No, I know I'm going to get hate for it, but it's also the truth. And it's what people don't want to hear. Like, people would rather go to like some fluffy YouTuber channel and say, oh, it's okay. You can't afford a booster box case. You can't afford booster boxes. Just get these mini tins or get this collection box. And what happens is, right, 2, 3, whatever years down the road, they want to sell that stuff. They realize really quick, those items do not fetch the same, you know, offers that booster boxes do, and they're not as liquid. And so they don't learn until the time actually comes. And by then, you know, they're already getting out of the hobby. It doesn't matter anymore. And so it's like taking this bad advice, although it feels nice and fluffy and keeps you warm inside, it's incorrect. And it's going to lead you to, you know, path of destruction, really.
Yeah. And you do a good job talking about the liquidity of it, like a really good job, because I think one problem with channels like mine and yours and all the other YouTubers, it's like we have such an audience and we can pretty much sling, like if I wanted to sell this this Visine eye drop, like someone would buy this shit because there's 100,000 people in my email list. Someone's gonna buy Visine from me. But
you should run a test.
I should. I'll put it. I'll sign it.
I'll sign it. That's not fair. That's like a piece of memorabilia, then, dude. I buy that. PokeNE signature? Are you kidding me?
I honestly, I hold this deep to my heart because everyone's like, dude, you look so tired or you look so high in your videos. Dude, it's allergy season, bro. I have this on my desk at all times. My eyes
include a lock of your hair and just like, dude, send it to Whatnot on bid. Just run it on Whatnot.
I would start a Whatnot account to sell a lock of my hair as a joke, and I would actually love to see how
on screen you're just, all right, guys. Ooh, it's a good one here.
All right, we're gonna make that a thing. We're gonna make download Whatnot. Don't use anyone's code. Retirement. Wait till I get it. But no, for real though, it's like the amount of reach that our channels have and other channels. People see that and like, oh well, yeah, they could sling that all day long. So could I. And then they get their mini tins. Their like Galar Powers mini tin display in 2029, and they realize, oh, there was only 2 recent sales on TCG Player, and then they need the money right away because that's what people do. They sell the stuff when they're like, oh shit, I need this money right now, and then they're like, well shit, I can't take full price. Someone lowballed me 60% of market. I guess I'll take that. And it's like, bro, if you would have just bought a booster box for a little bit more in 2025, you could have flipped that thing in a second and actually got a good bit of your money back.
Well, whose signature is worth more, yours or Jason Page?
I'll trade you a signature for your card.
Whose signature is worth more? Do you think you could fetch more than Jason Page or nah?
Oh man, well, you know, it's supply and demand, and you know he signs pretty much everything that he steps on. So mine's more rare. I don't know. It depends. Supply and demand. It's a goofy one in the Pokemon world, but
look at Retro Show it throwing all shade, dude. Not hating, but in a live chat on a Friday afternoon, you guys need to get a live and make some money. I agree with that.
Retrospect's just throwing it down.
Dude, he's right. He's actually right, though. See, this is one of those situations of, you know, it's something that's unpopular to hear, but you need to hear it.
Retrospects is one of the few business guys probably making a shitload of money in the hobby, and he strategizes his content to where he doesn't get any hate, and that is mad respect. He's a great guy, by the way, and his prices are awesome, too. So if you want to make money selling Japanese, hit up Retrospects. He's cheaper than me. But
whoa! You're not afraid of the competition.
He's cheaper than me, and I think I bought at least one thing from Retro. But he does a really good job of not pissing people off, and I respect that because I do not do that good of a job.
I buy through Retro. I even ran a promotion for him, and yeah, I mean he's in Pokemart USA's distribution program now, like to where people can buy through him there. So like, yeah, I mean I love supporting Retro. Like anyone that like does good business, you know, easy to do business with, you know, like I'm always happy to support him.
Yeah, he's great. Like I wish I could shut the F up and just make money like he does, but it's way more fun being like regular.
Dude, it's way more fun. Oh man, we were talking before stream about like possibly just making some like fake internet beef. just getting like at the end of the stream, just getting pissed at each other and like blowing up and then just like clicking off just to give everyone. I feel like everyone doesn't have content to make right now, and the drama channels are struggling. And I just want to do something for my fellow YouTubers to like just give them some content.
Dude, we need to give Joey something new to talk about.
Well,
he needs a video with us if he's going to put us on the thumbnail.
Well, it's been a while since me and Pokey Plumber's podcast fell apart, and I feel like people have kind of came down from that, and now people are looking around for something to talk about. I mean, dude, they're stuck talking about car dealerships selling Pokemon and stuff. Like, we got to give these guys something.
The funny thing is, you just told everyone the grand plan, and we could still do it in like 30 minutes, and enough turnover would happen where it would still actually work.
Just to get the click farm it.
Yeah, if I turn into an asshole in the last like 10 minutes, it's all fake, just so everyone's know. I'm really good at pretending, so people are gonna be like, oh, that's real.
We really should have done that, by the way.
Oh, I don't think it's too late. I think genuinely that we could straight up just bullshit for another half hour and then do it, and it'll be fine.
Oh man,
content, baby. This is the behind the scenes of what a lot of y'all think. Like, this is how it actually goes down.
Yeah.
By the way, I wasn't even sure the Pokey Plumber beef was real, to be honest. I was like, oh, that's probably
dude, I wish it wasn't.
I respect the hustle though.
I wish. Everyone kept hitting me up saying that.
I'm like, oh, this is definitely not real, but like, I respect the hustle. And I like both of these guys, by the way. This wasn't even me like talking shit on Alex or Plumber. I was just like, oh, this is good content right here, baby. So that was all legit. You guys are no more streams.
What? So speaking of people reaching out with things, have you considered? So like, I've always had people reach out to me asking about mystery packs. Has that ever been a route you thought about going?
Oh, dude, people have begged me to make mystery packs.
Yeah, what's up with that? Why do people want us to make mystery packs so bad?
They want content about saying how they're
how shitty they are.
Here's my opinion.
That way people can order the pack, rip it on their channel, and be like, the NN packs are so shitty. Look at this PokeNE. He put a piece of hair in it. I don't want his hair.
Like, here's my opinion on mystery packs from a business perspective. And I don't know what Alex's opinion is, so this is going to be completely unfiltered, by the way. So I don't see the point, because here's what happens. And it's wild to me that the mystery pack people make content about mystery packs, because it's so flawed. Like, Shiny Vert does mystery packs. He makes content. PokeRev, he makes content. CTR, I think, makes content on it. It's always like testing out blanks mystery packs. And I think that you want to see, oh, is this mystery pack a scam? And it's like, by definition, most of the mystery packs you get are going to suck. And it's not a scam. They go, oh, 1 in 10 has something worth a shit. 9 in 10 have something not worth a shit. So 9 times out of 10, you're testing Brian's mystery pack. You're going to open it and it's going to suck. So what's going to happen then is people are going to be like, oh, I knew he was a scammer. This is bullshit. I'm not buying from him. And because 9 times out of 10, it's going to be sucky. And then if you're lucky, if I send Alex, God forbid, I send Alex a PokeNE mystery pack and he gets a good one. God forbid he gets the 1 out of 10 that's good. C-Tar doesn't make mystery packs. He does mystery pack content, whatever. He reviews them, whatever. Alex, yeah, they'd be like, oh, obviously Brian sent him the good mystery packs so people would buy them. Like, that's what's happening. And for better or worse, that's how these pieces of content that's how I look at them. I'm like, well, there's no win. And so if I review Shiny Vert's mystery packs, and that's the conclusion I come to, okay, it's weird content. What's weirder is when I call him a scammer or give him praise at the expense of my own audience hating me. And then I also make mystery packs and want the same treatment. I'm like, nobody is winning with this content.
It'd be like me reviewing somebody's rip and ship.
Yeah, like, no one wins. And even selling the mystery packs, it's like, yeah, it's profitable, but because of the very nature of how they work mathematically, for every 10 people I sell a mystery pack to, 9 of them are going to be pissed, and only 1's going to be happy.
You know who makes the best mystery packs?
Who?
Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's called a booster box. You might get a big hit in there, but odds are you won't.
It's already a thing, and people bitch about that. Like, hit rates, like pull rates, blah, blah, blah. Every single release.
Those Prismatic Evolutions mystery packs are dog shit, dude.
It just doesn't make sense to me. And You know, and the big guys, the Revs, CTR, Shiny Bird, whatever, the big Danny Phantom makes them too. I truly believe all of them are doing it above board. I genuinely do. I'm not kissing anyone's ass. But when people question the validity of these products and they go, oh, well, he was real transparent. He said every red mystery pack has this. It's like, well, how do you know if they put him in there? Like, people are like, oh, well, yeah, well, it says every 20. So chances are you're not going to get a V-Star card in the. It's like, yeah, but you don't know if they actually followed their own rules. Because people are like, oh, well, Pokemon makes mystery packs too. Well, it's a corporation that runs on a. I get Pokemon could scam its people, I guess, but like it's all in a system. Like if I made my own mystery packs, I could tell you every single rule that I intended to follow, and I could just literally throw in. I've got like 40 of these bosses orders in front of me, and you'd never know the difference because almost every single one of my customers that gets a boss's order card, they don't have a YouTube channel and they don't matter online. You get it was the best scam in the world. Rev could literally put every single mystery pack, just put shit like this in it, and he'd get away with it. Yeah. If he wanted to. Some people would be like, Rev's a scammer, but people already say that because if they're unlucky with a mystery pack he gets.
And by the way, like what Brian's saying, like, and I think I'm getting it. Like he's saying he could. I don't think any of these guys, like the big ones, are actually scamming anybody.
No, I don't. And I was saying that. I'm like,
here's the thing, there's no reason to. Like, here's the thing, right? Like, people will see like a whatnot scammer or some mystery pack scam, and they'll like look at all the big people. Everyone's scamming. All you ripping shippers, all you mystery packs. Like, dude, people running a legitimate business don't have a reason to scam you. Like, the business is making money. It's making the margin you want to make. Like, there's no reason for me to try to like weigh packs or reseal packs. There's no reason for like Rev to try to like not put the packs in there. There's no reason to. He's already making the money running a legitimate business. Why would you want to jeopardize the years and years and the hundreds and hundreds of customers that are going to rebuy from you to try to like make a little bit extra by trying to scam somebody? This is what like a lot of people don't understand about like running a legitimate business than some of these people who want to jump in the hobby and try to like do a real quick cash out. It's completely different.
Yeah, and you're 100% right. Like it's not, people don't realize how much money these YouTubers make doing things honestly. There's absolutely zero motivation to cheat someone. I had someone the other day email me that I was resealing 151 packs that I pulled out of booster bundles. And I'm like, bro, because there was some glue residue or something on the pack. And I'm like, it's so hard because here's the problem. There are rich assholes who do still scam people. And I guess that's the counter argument to what you're saying. Like, there are still a lot of rich people who scam people. But I'm just like, bro, you think I go through all of this to scam you over a no-neck Charizard? Like, you really think that's what's going on right now? Make your YouTube video. I told him, I'm like, make a YouTube video about it.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's the other thing. It's just like people that are brand new to the hobby are most of the people that complain because they don't understand like odds. And I go through the same stuff. Like, I remember one night very vividly. It was great. This guy was just like, at me so hard in the chat because we were opening like Fusion Strike and Evolving Skies. Notoriously hard to hit sets, right? And we were just going through pack after pack and nothing. And he's just like, yeah, because they're all pipe detected. They're all weighed or scanned. It's the whole time. Literally, kid you not, pulled the Moonbreon that night. Pulled the Moonbreon.
Let's go.
The dude didn't say another word. I didn't ban him either.
They must have missed that one.
He didn't say another word after that. Just like went silent. And it's just like, yeah, it went through 12 packs of no hits or 15 packs of no hits. That's the way some of these things are. There's no Pokemon in English, at least, does not put out odds. There's no odds in these products. Like, booster boxes have like a somewhat kind of agreed upon range, but like, dude, you could open a whole bundle and get 0. You could open a whole collection box. Every pack in that box has 0. Like, there's no legitimate odds in Pokemon. There's like
Japanese booster box. That's it.
That's it. That's it.
And everything else is just like, who knows?
And even but another thing, like the Japanese like 151. I've been opening that on stream like recently. I have sealed cases. I went through an entire sealed case. I didn't get like a god pack or anything.
No, because some people will say cases aren't.
Some were saying that was guaranteed. It wasn't.
That was, I forgot who it was. Opossum Bud made a video about this guy a long time ago, and it was during Shiny. It might have been Shiny Treasure EX time where he was like, "Oh, there's a guaranteed seeded god pack in every case, or a Marnie or some shit." And it's like, that's never been a thing with Pokemon. And you've got a huge audience of 500 people watching. So while I'm sharing some of your viewers here, let me make it very clear that is not, and probably will never be a thing. Seeded cases, not a thing. It's a thing in Weiss shorts. It might be a thing in One Piece, but I'm not going to say for sure. But it is not a thing in Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like when I did a drip giveaway of it's wild. What people are so, again, I was talking about this earlier, that people are so afraid of getting screwed that they like put themselves, they 8-mile themselves into a position where they're like, you can't touch me, I'm untouchable. I give away 3 booster boxes of Surging Sparks. And like the second comment is, he obviously found the case hits, and these are the 3 dead boxes.
The case hits.
Like, bro, this is Pokemon, you freaking turkey. Like, that's not a thing. The case hits, what does that even mean? And so I respond, I'm like, all right, bro, I guess you just don't want a free box of Surging Sparks. And I don't remember what we pulled at that giveaway.
Again,
but there's no case.
Luckily, I've opened so many packs at this point because of my rip and ships. I've literally seen it all at this point. I've seen like an entire case of booster boxes have very little. I remember I went through a Paldea case and I literally got 2 Ionos and 2 Magikarps in the same case. And so it's just like, well, how is that possible?
Right. You obviously got it CT scanned.
Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies. This has happened twice. One time, back-to-back packs. Like, I mean back-to-back. One after the other. 2 packs. Pulled a Rayquaza VMAX, Sylveon VMAX, Alt Arts.
Jeez.
And the next time, pulled the Sylveon VMAX, Rayquaza V, Alt Arts, back-to-back both times. How is that possible?
No one talks about that. No one talks
like
about
1
that,
in a million.
Yeah. No one's going to talk about that. They're going to talk about how you opened 11 packs in a row and only got a V card or some shit.
Right. And it's just
people
like,
are
dude,
bananas.
Pokemon's never printed the odds on their English boxes. It's not a thing.
No. And again, this is like, like you said, Pokemon cards are mystery packs because they basically are. And these are mystery packs, being controlled by a $150 billion company, and people still complain about that. So to answer the original question, I'm never doing mystery packs because I can't ever prove myself to be more honest than Pokemon, and people bitch about Pokemon, so I'm not putting myself in the crossfire.
Well, dude, there's no other place to look but Prismatic Evolutions. I mean,
yeah,
every YouTuber opened those. Everyone saw the hit rates. Like, dude, if those would have been mystery packs, everyone who sold them would have got called out for taking all the hits out.
Yeah,
you guys took all the hits out. You had to have. It's like these are all from Pokemon now.
Yeah. So so I don't know. I get that question a lot about mystery packs.
Dude, Prismatic's just brutal. It just is what it is.
Drip actually, when I signed up for they signed me up for like 3-month contracts where I get like a stipend and I stream for them. And and their latest contract, they really wanted me on this. They have some mystery pack product service where I don't even know how it works, but I listened to them for about 10 seconds.
They reached out to me about that.
Okay, so you probably know more about it than I do because I wasn't even listening. I told Skylar Drip, was like, I respect that, but I'm like, I've already said a gajillion times I'm not doing that stuff. And if that's the if I can't get a contract with you guys, like, totally fine, I get it. But like, I've been offered actual real money, like significant money, to run mystery pack items, honestly, and I'm like, no, it's not worth it.
Tell you what, man, how about this? If I go back on all of my morals and I sell Japanese product, will we see a PokeNE mystery pack? Look, man, come on. We can go back on everything we ever said.
We can reverse it all.
I'll even grade with CGC.
Wow, shit. All right. So will I.
I'm gonna put CGC slabs in the mystery product.
I'll start buying test print cards and grade those with CGC again.
Ooh,
I heard they're on test print Delta now.
That's a good play.
Yeah, I'll start doing that.
I just found a bunch I had since 1998 if you want to check them out.
I'll bet.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be there. You can.
I don't know how they say it as graded condition that they're in, but they are.
That can be part of your when I hire you to pack stuff and drive your ass over here when the rip and ship business dies. That can be like, we can make that work into the deal.
Which isn't too far off. So just like,
yeah, no, rip and ships are dead. Shit's over. Dying market.
Oh, it's so funny. What do you think about what's going to happen with this whole like, English Japanese thing? Like, do you think like one's going to come down before the other? Like, how do you see like things ever correcting? Like, what do you see anything happening in the short term at all this year?
No, not in the short term. I really don't. Well, I don't know. They say English takes about 10 months to print a set, and that seems reasonable to me. Like that Pokemon like begins printing a new set every 10 months. Seems reasonable. I don't know if that's a fact, but so I've said it before that, you know, at some point, people like me who have all these distributors, we are going to get a little too big for our britches, and we're going to start way over ordering what we want, because I ordered $650,000 of Destined Rivals. I did not get that much. But if I
what would you do? What would you do if it got filled?
I'd be fine, honestly. But if I ordered $1 million worth, I'd be like, eh. And so what I would do, so let's say I order $1 million worth of Destined Rivals, and they say, yep, you owe us $1 million on May 27th. Well, I'd do what any normal person would do. I would list them on the site for a low enough price where I could guarantee to get that whole money back. So I'd be like, well, shit, the market price right now is $300, but I owe Southern Hobby $1 million May 27th. Like, I better get these things moving. And that's how this works, guys. People like me, we get too big for our britches. We order $1 million in a set, and then we go, oh shit, we're actually going to get that. And then we drop the price to, 110. Remember Fusion Strike was 110? This is why. Because stores like me, we were all big and mighty and fine, and things were going well. So we said, oh yeah, Southern, I want $1 million of Fusion Strike. They called our bluff and gave it to us. And then we were like, oh shit. That's why those prices went to $110, down to $90, down to $87, because people like me were like, oh shit, we owe $1 million in a month. And we're trying to get as much cash as possible from Peter to go to Paul. Yeah. Like, everyone thinks that the market's going to crash naturally, or because Pokemon makes a few more after a set release, or because Trump does something stupid. That's not how it's going to go. It's going to end because assholes like me ask Southern Hobby for $1 million of a set, thinking we're going to get a fifth of that. They actually print $1 million of the set, and then we go, oh no, we can't afford that invoice, and then we fire sell them, and then the whole thing shifts. That's what's going to happen. And that's either going to be this fall, because, Twilight Masquerade is when Pokemon was probably like, ooh, people really like our stuff again. Surging Sparks is when Pokemon was like, oh shit, people really like our stuff again. So if I were Pokemon, I'd be like, okay, well, we already have the printer set for Journey Together and what's the new one? Destined Rivals and Black and White, but we can up the printers for the fall set. We'll make sure the September set's really good. And so people like me, we're going to be like, oh, $1 million, F it, why not? I got $1 million in the bank somewhere. And then they're going to call our bluff. That's how it ends.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm going to respond to that. Hold on. I haven't called out the super chats. By the way, Makuta, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Fernando, I know you were down here. Hold on, let me find it. Fernando gifted 5 memberships. Really appreciate you, dude. Shout out, Fernando. Discord mod. And then we just got another one from, we got Derek. Nomics, your pack inventory looks light. Dude, it is light. I've got much on the way.
All good?
Yeah, we got cleaned out the last couple weeks. It's been wild on the rip and chips. But they are dying, though. So I don't want to order too much. No, like what you're saying, though, like, that never happens like with your Japanese suppliers, right? Like, you don't put in like big numbers expecting to get less. Like, you pretty much get what you want.
Yeah, so Japan's a little different. There's 2 ways to go about it, and both of them, well, one of them can have catastrophic effects, and it has. The catastrophic version is there's a big set coming. So Team Rocket was the big one, right? And this effed a lot of people. You don't hear about this because people don't make YouTube channels about them failing. It's not a thing. You only make YouTube channels when you get a Lambo. But this is what happened to a lot of people. They saw the hype of Team Rocket and the hype of the English version Destined Rivals, and they went, oh, okay, this is going to be crazy. They took pre-orders for $150, whatever. And they took people's money for like a month. Like, they put pre-orders up April 1st, 150, 150, 150, 150. And then Japan was like, oh yeah, we've got it available right now to pre-order. It's going to be, say $160 a box. You already pre-sold them at $150. You can't buy them for anything less than $160. So then you have to make a decision. Okay, well, shit. Japan's charging way too much. I need to cancel all these people's orders for 150, or I need to take a $10 loss and piss all these people off. So that happens. That has catastrophic effects. Another thing that happens with Japan, if you play the risk game, is you buy, you pre-buy from Japan. You want to make sure that you get your cards before PokeNE does. You know that a-hole in Omaha, Nebraska is going to buy all the Gloria Team Rocket, so you want to get to them first. So you contact Japan. You're like, yo, I know Gloria Team Rocket's not coming out until April 30th, but I want to pre-buy 1,000 boxes. They go, okay, well, the market price is $200 right now. You're like, give it to me for $180, and you got yourself a deal. So you buy 1,000 boxes, $180 today. A month goes by. Now the market price is $110. If you pre-bought those at 180, which people do, by the way, people are like, oh, no one would actually do that. People do, trust me, then you're effed. And you're never going to get that money back. I did this way back with Shiny Star V. Before, this was 4 months into the business. Before I knew what reprints even were. Like, literally never heard the term. There was a lot of demand for Shiny Star V. And then the price went down considerably in Japan. And I said, oh, wow, the price is dropping. They must like me. They must think I'm a great buyer, and they're giving me a good deal. I gave them 30 G's. All the money I had. I had like 32 grand in my bank. I gave them 30 G's. And I bought Shiny Star V at like $60 a box, whatever it was. And then a couple weeks later, oh, it reprinted. Now each box is worth 40. So if I sell these boxes, I make negative $20 a box. And I bought $30,000 worth of boxes. That happens all the time. So with Japanese stuff, at this point, no, you do not buy early. You should not sell early. And if it's a volatile set, you probably want to wait like 3 to 5 days after release, because even if you do commit to a price, it's probably going to be much lower by the time you get there. So like I committed to, I'm making these numbers up, $100 a box for Gloria Team Rocket on Monday. Well, by the time they arrived at my doorstep, it's Wednesday, and the price is already $10 cheaper. So now my audience is like, oh shit, Brian's overpriced. And I'm like, well, I committed to this price. It took 2 or 3 days to get here. So yeah, I have to sell it at this price to make money, even though the market price is lower. Yeah. So you're always going to be competing against the market price, because it takes me 2 days to get stuff from Japan, which is very quick. It takes most people 5. So by the time you get the shit from Japan, the market price is different. And so you either need to communicate to your audience like, hey, and I do a good job of this. I have a FOMO warning. I said, hey, whatever price you pay today, it's probably going to be cheaper next week, just so you know. And you also need to be cognizant that the price could go up. So if you buy a bunch of stuff and it's a 5-day turnaround and you only sold half of it, it's important to check the market every day that your shit's coming from Japan to America, because maybe the market price has gone up a bit and you're like, oh, damn, like I could raise the price on all the stuff on my site right now before it lands in America and then make more money and then be able to buy more of it. So,
right.
And this is why, you probably never necessarily like Japan. And I know Rudy doesn't like Japanese products because it's so messy. It's just part of the deal.
Yeah. It can go really good or really bad. It's not, I just don't like the uncertainty of it. Like, it's funny because when you say this statement I'm about to say, to the average person, this sounds like the most stupid thing you've ever heard. But I'm actually like really conservative with my like long-term investing. And so it's like when you say that and you have your money in Pokemon cards, it sounds stupid to most people. But like, yeah, that's why I just don't make a lot of plays on like single cards or slabs or like other, languages product. Cause like, yeah, you can do extremely well, but it's just like, that's why I usually stick with just booster boxes, especially sets. Sometimes I'll get some ETBs, but it's just like, it's the most tried and true, like long-term method. I don't have to worry about crazy price swings up and down, and knowing like 2 to 5 years, it's usually going to turn out how I want it. But no, I do see the benefits though to the Japanese side.
Yeah, you can. I think it's like options trading. You can win really big, but you could also lose really badly.
Yeah.
And the singles and slabs thing, I always wondered this with like LGS owners. They're like, what? Like when a new set comes out, like the freaking Erica card, the Pikachu, whatever the hell it is, it's way overpriced, and then like 3 days later it drops or whatever. It's like these LGS owners, they buy the singles like right away. And I know they buy it for like 80% of TCG, whatever, but like do they all sell that fast where they're not underwater? Because I feel like I'd be underwater on that shit.
Yeah, that's kind of like a lot of people are reaching out to me with their collections right now too, and I'm just telling them the same thing you are, but I'm actually not even paying as much as you are. I'm like, guys, market conditions right now, I'm like 75%, and they're just like, what do you mean market conditions? It's stronger than ever. It's like, okay, well, hold on. It's your collection. It's not mine. I'm not collecting it. One, I have like some of the things I might want to keep for larger positions, but most of my positions I already have. I'm buying your collection to then sell it to someone else and make a profit. And so if I'm going to get maybe 85%, if I buy for 75, there's 10% there. So I'm locking up 40 grand and maybe make $4,000 off of you. I mean, that's a lot of work. Doesn't that seem reasonable? And like, people just don't get that because they just think like, well, I should get full price. Okay, you can get full price. You know what it's called? It's called TCG Player, eBay, sell it on Facebook or Instagram. Go do it yourself. But if you want a large cash out event, you're not going to get full price. Yeah,
and you've done a good job talking about that many times on your channel, and I think honestly you could talk about it literally daily, and you'd reach new people with it. Because people don't understand that. Like the local guy in Omaha who wanted me to come over and make a list of everything, and I'm like, that's like part of the value of selling it all in one thing. Is like, I don't need to make a list of shit. Like, that's part of the value, that you get a fast buck. You do all the work up front, So I don't know. I'm with you. I don't do singles. I don't do slabs. I don't do weird products. But Japanese, I do. And I guess you always talk about the volatility can get essentially mitigated by time. And I mean, pretty much every Japanese set has gone up too. I mean, there's like, so why don't you invest in Japanese? Because it goes up.
I don't. One of the things is like, other than maybe like the super large stores and may have some crazy like grandfathered in deals, I know the bottom of the English market, right? I know what like everyone's buying them for. I don't know what anyone's buying Japanese for. Like, it seems like everyone's got a better deal than the next person, and you always hear different prices. And like, I don't want to start an investment like 20% higher than somebody else did, and like, also just like the selling, like I haven't built a selling platform for it. And, just looking at like a lot of those older boxes, like on eBay or TCG Player now TCG Player, the liquidity is not like what it is for English older boxes. Like, so like that scares me a little bit, getting too large positions that I can't move.
But like 151,
because I'm not trying to buy like, a few boxes or a case. Like, I want to get an actual, if I'm going to move into something, I want to get an actual position in it to where like, if it goes up, I actually make something
significant. Like 151 was $50.
Yeah.
Like, you weren't like, oh yeah, that'll be a good move.
Well, back then it was so weird too, because you know how that was. Like, one guy's like, oh yeah, they're 65. You're like, oh, they're 50. This guy's 45. This guy's 70. It's like everyone's got different prices. I'm like, well, what's the right price? Like, what's Brian getting them for? Like, and so it's like I'm so confused over like what the right price to buy them at. And Japan handles their reprints differently. Like, I don't know. It just always freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah, but like you say, it's like, who cares what you get in at if you're holding on for 5 years?
It's true. It's true.
Like, just, this guy in the chat's like, oh, well, nothing, there's nothing else is like 151. I'm like, yeah, but the big EV Heroes was the same way. Even Time Gazer and Space Juggler, like two random assets, Ancient Roar and Future Flash, like random assets. Those all got down to $35 USD. Nothing's gonna be cheaper than that. Shiny Treasure EX, I was buying those for $27 a piece. Like, it's not going to go cheaper than that. Like, that is the floor.
Right. No, I mean, you're right. You are right.
So I'm like, I got a shitload of Shiny Treasure cases at 151, and even random ones. Like, I've got a ton of, someone's random. What is that?
So how much do you want me to buy from you? Dude? Just tell me.
Cyber Judge.
How much can I buy from you? Like, what are you trying to sell me?
I'll buy. I'm not trying to sell you. I'm not shilling anything. I'm not shilling anything. My plan is to keep my Shiny Treasure and my 151 cases that I got Treasure for 27 a piece. I got 151 for 70 a piece. Didn't do as good there, but still quite good. I'm keeping those two cases for another year or two, and then I'm paying off my house.
Dude, paying off your house, dude, it feels so good.
I saw that thumbnail. That shit was crazy.
Dude, it's like a weight. It's weightlifted because, like, it's I don't know. You know how it is. There's like a fine line between like bragging and like just like trying to shut the haters up. It's like, dude, I'm not. People are like, oh, you're gonna be screwed when this goes down. It's like, guys, I've got like 6 figures in Pokemon. I got 6 figures in the stock market. I got my house paid off. Like my wife's makes a good income. I make money. It's like, dude,
like we're good.
I'm set. Like you don't have to worry about me. But if you want to like come to my channel and try to talk shit, have at it. But like, I don't care. I don't care about all the little market things that are happening. And like, oh, you're gonna lose it all. I can't lose it all. It's not gonna happen.
No, you're set. Like,
yeah,
dude, I saw that thumbnail was crazy, and we'll talk off stream about the weird life coincidence that thumbnail hit with me. There's some secret stuff
that's
I
crazy.
got going on. But it was the day you posted that video was a very wild day in my life as well regarding that. And I was like, dude, everyone's crushing it. Like, and you know, Alex is obviously a Pokemon investor, people, but you do a good job of saying there's nothing wrong with, you know, cashing out. You got to cash out sometimes. And
True.
That's kind of been this year for me, as I'm cashing out on some stuff that I know if I held on to it for 2 or 3 more years, I'd be Gucci. But what you always say that's good is, if you do choose to cash out, number one, make sure you don't lose money after the, the payment processing fees and the shipping, blah, 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 blah. And then also make sure you're not just throwing it in cash into your stupid bank account where you're making 0.01% interest. Like, if you're going to cash out a Pokemon, have something worth a shit to put the money into. Otherwise, what are you doing?
Ralph, imagine how short Nomics videos would be if you didn't talk about the haters. Imagine how short people's whole channels would be if they didn't talk about Nomics. All right. Anyway, no, but dude, I can't wait to hear that story. But dude, yeah, maybe. Hey, how about this, guys? Alex is just gonna admit he was wrong about Japanese, and he should have put money into that too.
That's good enough for me.
Clip it.
That's good enough for me. I love Japanese, man. I love the chaos of it. And if we're being honest,
now, hold on. I want to push you a little further though. Do you feel the same at all about these other languages?
The other languages,
Korean,
for
Chinese,
like the other languages for me, I offer those on my site because I liked kind of being the gimmick of like, oh, we're the multi-language Pokemon card store. Crystal Collects has a very similar model where she sells like a lot of other like Asian stuff. Yeah, and I learned a lot from her. I actually have her shouted out in all my Chinese product item descriptions because I learned a ton from her. She's awesome, marketing genius. But yeah, and she's a great person. But as far as my like how much I believe in them, like I think the only Korean investments I would ever make are EV Heroes, because the English EV Heroes is Evolving Skies, and that's like $1,400. The Japanese one's $500. So the Korean one's still affordable. It's like $100. So I think that's a good investment. Korean 151, slightly less amped about, but still I think that's a good investment. All the other Korean stuff, bleh. Chinese, I'm a little more bullish on the simplified Chinese. Again, 9 Colors Gathering, which is basically EV Heroes. Good one. And then anything like exclusive, like China's been doing a lot of those like exclusive 151 type products. Right. We have one on our site right now on the homepage. I think those are good. But as far as like Chinese, Snow Hazard, like no. Korean Clay Burst, no. Like we sell it, but I would not recommend anyone hold on to any of that. I think it's just a gimmick. Gotcha. Okay. Personally. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm definitely more open to it now. It's just like I'm really waiting to see kind of when we do go through more of a cool off, how all those kind of things, just how they level out. Like obviously Japanese and English will be fine. I'm just curious how like the demand for all those and liquidity is going to be when things kind of cool off. Well, things have been hype and cooled off 3 or 4 times in my career, and they've always been steady sellers. You have to just like market them like the gimmicks that they are. Not that Korean Pokemon cards are gimmicks, but if you're an American buyer that only speaks English and you're buying Korean, that's a gimmick. So before anyone gets too Koreans are gimmick, like no, it's collecting Korean cards as an American that only speaks English could be gimmicky. Thai cards, Indonesian cards. These are just like fun, giftable ideas from my site. And I think that's how they have to be marketed. So like we have like a Korean variety pack where you get 10 packs for a super cheap price because they're cheap. I still make a ton of money margin wise on them, but they're cheap enough where it's like, oh, $20. Sure. That's a giftable item. Like, look how fun this is. It's from a different country. Like it's fun. There are some outliers too, like Thai. There's some exclusive booster pack art for Thai cards. One of them is a Mitsuhiro Arita design Charizard pack art. and it's it only exists in that form. Just
how do you have time to research and know all this?
I don't know. You get kind of in the you just get down the iceberg, I guess. Yeah. I met a cool guy from Thailand, and I just talked to him for a bit. Everyone speaks English, by the way. Like, we're the most uncultured society in the world. Like, that 99% of us speak one language. Like, everyone else, all the Asian people, they speak English. Like, every country. I got an Indonesian guy, a Thai guy, 3 Korean guys, 5 Japanese guys, simplified Chinese guys. And he's in Malaysia, actually, but they all speak English. So I was talking to this Thai guy, and he told me all about this Japanese pack art, or this Charizard pack art. And so I looked into it more deeper, and it's true. It's this one Mitsuhiro Rita Charizard art. The only way to get it is the pack art of a Thai booster pack. So that item, once that story kind of got around, we sold out of those in a second. And there's no more. We're out. And then the guy wants more money now. So stuff like that, I think that's solid. A solid, fun investment. But would I put 20 grand into it? Probably not. Would I put 5 grand into it? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Let me ask you that from more like business perspective, like for people who run businesses. Like at what point do you kind of either like stop stocking products? Like, is there like a price point, or like just like you just kind of get a feel for the market, or like, you know, when do you like either stop stocking sets, or like, you know, order very, very few of them? Is there a price point that comes, or is it just by the set, or how do you kind of go about that?
That is a really good question, because I ask myself that all the time.
Yeah, like it's all about just feeling.
It's about feel, and it's probably wrong. I'm probably wrong almost all the time. Like,
I don't think you're doing much wrong. I'm just gonna say it.
I could be doing a lot more right, though. Like, there's this really cool. Oh, okay, the Nagaba, however you want to pronounce it, the cool EV drawing cards, like those, super popular. I was making great margins on. They sold like hotcakes. They went up in price quite a bit from Japan, but they probably would have kept selling. I just stopped buying them. I don't know why. And now I'm like, the price is a little high now. Like, if I just buck up and pay the extra 25%, I'd probably sell them. There's a Japanese special box. It's got the 3 starters on it. It came out 6 to 8 months ago or something. It's like that. It's a big thing. Another thing where like I sold out of them. They were cool. And then they kind of slowed down, and I just kind of forgot about them. And I look at it every once. I got a couple left in my clearance wall. They're damaged, so I can't sell them. And I'm like, man, I should buy more of those. Those were really cool. But it's just like a feel thing. You kind of run like the hype. Even Ninetales Gathering, the simplified Chinese EV heroes. There was like, I think Crystal made a couple videos. A couple other YouTubers made some videos. Chinese cards were super trendy. PokeBeach had an article, and they sold like crazy. And now if I restocked them, a case would sell in a week or so, but it wouldn't be crazy. Like, people just kind of ebb and flow, and I just try to follow it. And it's like, for a while, it was more a price thing. I'm like, well, I don't have enough capital to buy everything. I need to like move on. Now I've got a lot of money laying around. I should be buying at least 10 of every single SKU I ever sold, but I don't. And I think it's just me being a little pansy, to be honest.
I mean, you don't like get stuck with a lot of product usually, right? Other than like stuff you buy from the distributor because you just have to take it. Like stuff you actually buy for sale, you don't get stuck with a lot of that usually.
No, for the most part, I'm pretty smart with what sells. I always try to keep, I don't know. I think I always have like 250 grand of Japanese and 300-ish of English, like always. I try to keep that as my like number, which sounds like a lot, but we cycle through right now, apparently 650 a month. So every day we'll go through 15 to 25K of stuff. And so it's like you kind of have to keep a lot of it, because Golden Week just happened in Japan where they took a week off. It's like a holiday week for them. So it's like, you know, if you're cycling through $15,000 to $25,000 of stuff per day, you need 250 grand laying around or you're screwed. So it's hard to manage all of it. It really is, honestly.
No, it makes sense. Guys, if anyone wants to leave any questions, we'll take them for you guys to kind of end things out here. One thing I will say, I want to address kind of the elephant in the room. Do you think we are starting to slow down a little bit? Like content wise, like attention wise? One thing I have to one thing I'm gonna throw out, like, I don't know if maybe it's just me, but dude, last time it was me and you, we did it. We had 1,000 live viewers in here.
I know.
We got 500. We're half.
500. We fell off.
Maybe I'm just falling off YouTube. That's what it is. I've been told that, by the way, recently. Alex, you fell off.
I think the YouTube game is an ebb and flow too. I took 2 weeks off, not really like intentionally. We'll talk off stream, but I've been doing some crazy stuff. And but I found it's hard to continue making content at the crazy level I did. Like, even I took like 4 days off and I had 3 comments. So like, dude, are you okay? And I'm like, I appreciate your concern, but like, bro, it's been 4 days. Like, a lot of YouTubers, they post once a week. It's like posting every day or every other day. There's only so much you can say. You talk about drama, you complain about distro, you complain about tariffs, you talk about the newest sets, some articles on PokeBeach. There's like 8 topics.
Well, what I always love too is you'll have people like in the comments saying, bro, you're so repetitive. And then in the same comment section, someone else will say, oh, thanks so much. This video was so helpful. It's like, that's why I repeat things every few months, because this.
Because there's always new people joining. And I'm actually so interested. And you have your repeat audience members. I have mine. I see people in here that I know watch both of us. But I'd be really interested to see how much turnover there is per 2 months, per 60 days. Because, like, I would say
a lot more for 6 months, 6 to 9 months.
Okay, 6 months even. Like, if I go back and I redid what we're in May now. If I went back and I redid my video I made November 2nd, I did the exact same thing, the same script, same background, same everything. If I reposted that, I'm curious as to how many people would be like, oh, I watched this already. Probably a very small amount. Right? So you could get, I would get bored doing that, but to your credit, like, if you repeat the same thing over and over again, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a new person watching. But it kills it gets boring.
Well, like some like the market, like you know who Meet Kevin is?
Yeah.
Okay, so like the stock market, like with stuff like that, he can get on every morning and do like a live and talk about what's going on in the market or the news or whatever. It's kind of weird for Pokemon because we can't really do that. Like, there's things that happen, there are buyouts or cards that move, but it's not as active as I would say like the actual stock market or crypto markets are.
People try. I mean, people try to do that. Like PokeBeard, he uploads like every single day.
Yeah.
I don't know how that sounds awful. Like, I don't watch his stuff because I'm not really interested in like that type of content, but he seems to have an audience that cares. He gets great views.
Yep.
So he tries that, and I guess it works. I myself would get bored as shit of that as an audience member and as a creator, but I mean, good on him. Yeah. But you're right. There's not enough happening where like there's not enough happening that calls for you to make a video daily.
Which is why I get the drama stuff. Like it's so funny. And look, here's the thing. Obviously me and Opossum don't like each other, but this is not talking shit on him. But he did make a video saying that like, oh, the investor bro videos are so easy. I politely disagree with that. Like, dude, the drama videos are so freaking easy. Come on, man. You just find something that you dislike about what someone's doing or someone did and just talk about it. Just BS about it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the easiest content to make right now.
It is super easy content. And that's why it works. And it's to the point where I think all of us basically share the same audience. I think most people that watch you also watch me, vice versa. There's a lot of Opossum and other.
Well, you can click on people's names and it shows you like everyone they're subscribed to.
Yeah, it shows you who they watch, who they even comment on, all that stuff.
Right.
It's like, I think half the time they don't even really give a shit about Pokemon or the market. They just want to hear what we say. Like, I could straight up bringing back my Visine, sponsored by Visine. I can make a video about allergy eye drops. And it probably get like a lot of views.
I mean, like, Rudy's done that where he's like make a video about like a freaking generator or like, oh, these are my old tools I used to work on cars with. Or
his auto mechanic shit. Even Legos. Like, there's crossover. Pokemon people like Lego, but like those Lego videos get just as many, if not more, views than his Pokemon ones, than his Magic ones. Rudy's not even a Pokemon YouTuber; he's a Magic YouTuber. But all the Pokemon people watch him now. I watch every piece of his Magic content, and I don't even own a Magic card, and I never.
I've never. I don't know nothing really about it. But
sale. It's
just fun to listen to.
Yeah. So So in that regard, you know, the drama content is pretty easy because as long as you're a human who has an opinion and can make fun of a few things, like you're probably going to be fine. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like rip and ships that I say are dead, half jokingly, half serious. YouTube content, it's like, I don't know how long we can all keep this up. I really don't.
I know what you mean. And
there's 500 people here. That's fucking crazy. But like,
it's one of the biggest things I've been racking my brain about, like on top of like different avenues to grow the business, is how to make fresh content, like how to come up with a different thing that other people aren't doing and how to like evolve past this. And other than becoming like a variety type like creator, like, and you see people do it all the time, right? Like almost all the big streamers now started out as like a gamer or something. They then became like a
Fortnite or Minecraft. And then...
yeah, other than like evolving to that point, I don't know how far the Pokemon, space you can take it. I don't know.
Yeah, there seems to be someone who's really trying to escape like the walls that are Pokemon content is Brandon Martin, Mystic.
Oh yeah,
he's really trying.
He started like a whole new channel.
Yeah, he's got a good team and he's got good content, a great editor. I like him, by the way. I've met him a couple times, and I just don't know how well it's gonna go. He started like a clothing company, Shiny Luck, which looks cool enough, but I can't imagine like that many apparel sneakerhead bros are going to stick around for that content in a year. Like probably not very many. And then how many, he has kind of general business consulting stuff now, stuff that I really intended to get into. I don't know how many of those people are going to be like sticking around. I like that he's trying, and I'm kind of looking at him as like a kind of a guinea pig. Like, okay, how is this working for Brandon? Because I'll never make content better than him. I'll never have a better editor than him. Like, if he can't do it, if he can't like escape the walls of Pokemon, then probably I couldn't either. So I'm really watching him as kind of an example, and I don't think it's going to go well. And I say that with all the love. Like the dude's great. A lot of people hate his guts. I think he's great, but
again,
I don't know
why. Like why?
People don't like that he's a business guy making money, but I also am, and for the most part, people like me. There's a lot of people that don't, but like for the most part, like my like to dislike ratio is 97.6%. on average. So like most people enjoy my stuff, but like, I don't know, man. Like it's definitely harder to go from Fortnite, or it's easier to go from like Fortnite streamer to everyday Aiden Ross, brain rot bullshit than Pokemon salesman. Is that what we are? To everyday business. And no one even wants to hear how much money we're making in the business. Like no one wants to hear, oh yeah, I made $650,000 this month. Like no one wants to hear that shit. So even my niche of like how to start a Pokemon card business, like that was kind of a niche thing. It was like, oh, not a lot of people are talking about behind the scenes. This guy's being real transparent. At this point, even I see transparency of I'm getting rich off that. Even I see that as kind of a dick move because like, look at the market, right? I can read the room enough where I'm like, no one really wants to see that. Yeah. So it's like
I never
my one
niche. People are here to have like fun and enjoyment. It's not about like, I mean, maybe your channel's a little more, your channel's a little more for the business side. Like I've even had consult calls. Good. Yeah. I've had consult calls with people that like have went into business because of your channel and they were just like wanting advice on stuff. Yeah.
A lot of people did like
and by the way, they were like, I'm not saying they were like getting rich, but they were like successful. They were like making a living.
Yeah. Not to gel my own hair, but like I did help people create very big businesses, and I've met a lot of them, and that was cool a year or two ago when it was, now it's just kind of like teaching people how to get rich selling Pokemon cards. It's not like no one wants to hear that really, but that's like a good chunk of my audience.
Yeah,
but it's like,
no, you're right.
So I can't even really I made a video. I'm like, I'm kind of taking a break from that content, and so now I don't even know. But then I'm gatekeeping if I don't teach people how to do it. Oh, Brian, what's up? It's like, dude, you can't.
Who taught you, by the way? Who taught me?
Who did teach me?
That's what I'm saying. Like, you figure it out. It's trial and error. Like, dude,
I watched a lot of Rudy.
I remember my first, like when I was mowing lawns, my first landscape job I got, I had all the material loaded on my trailer, and my dad was out there like, you know, like drinking his coffee. It was morning. I was about to leave. He's just like, how'd you learn how to do this? Like, do you know what you're doing? I'm just like, I don't know. I watched a couple of YouTube videos. I just keep it up while I'm there. Like, I just figure I'd sell the job and then figure out how to do it. Like, that's just kind of how I've always been. I think that's kind of how you have to be as an entrepreneur. Like, it's just like, you get the sale, you figure out how to make it work, or you start you figure out how to make it work. It's like, if you're looking for everyone else to tell you how to do something, I don't think you're just built for it, to be honest with you. Like, it's good to have people to go to like learn different things, but like, if your whole soul like existence is going to be based on what this guy said to do in this exact framework, it might work, but a lot of times it probably won't. If you need to be that rigid with your business.
Yeah, I mean, and that's, you know, if you're listening to someone for every single thing before you start doing anything, then that's employee behavior, which is fine. But like, that's the difference. Like,
yeah, let's stop right there, which is fine.
Yeah, that's dope. Like, good for you. You get a guaranteed paycheck and insurance and benefits. Like, I don't get that shit.
It's a lot more relaxing of a life.
Yeah. So like, but that's the behavior. You know, you're waiting for a command and then you do what you're told. So if you're trying to become an entrepreneur and that's your MO, it's like, well, you probably need to be the guy that just says, F that guy, I can do it better, and then make up your own way. For the most part. There's obviously exceptions.
Absolutely.
I mean, I followed plenty of business people on YouTube outside of the Pokemon world. And that's kind of my intent. I was like, well, you know, I'll watch Alex Hormozy and Gary Vaynerchuk and blah, blah, blah. And then I'll be the Gary V of Pokemon was the goal. Yep. And then I was like, then I can expand outside of Pokemon and become an e-commerce guy. But then you get into the guru territory. And then I'm like, then I sell courses. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. YouTube's weird right now. It's, there's a reason I'm not making like 3 videos a day, because I'm like, shit, there's not that much to talk about anymore.
It's true, man. Food for thought.
Like, not to beat a dead rip and shit business, but that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. Because 6 months ago, if I was to be like, yo, we're going to run out of stuff to say, like, it's going to get boring, you'd be like, dude, we've just got 1,000 people live on our lot. Like, dude, we're the shit. And I would have said the same thing too. I was making 2 to 3 videos in a day sometimes. I wouldn't even sparse them out. So now that we're in May and I'm talking about YouTube, kind of like, it's not dead, but like,
but Brian, what rip and ship, right? Where you can go buy a pack and go home with like a PSA 10 Sylveon or like an Espeon, or what do we got here? A Rayquaza, a Charizard. Dude, where are you going to do that?
Flat. Only at Nostalgianomics.
Right.
Nostalgianomics.com, baby.
What do you think about Blooming Waters?
Oh, it's a stupid set.
No, the 151 boxes.
Oh, no, I hate it. It's stupid.
You know, like, too big, isn't it?
These normies that buy it, they don't know how to ship anything, and they don't have the supplies. I don't even have the supplies. Like, if I had 10 cases of Blooming Waters to sell today, I wouldn't know how to do it without going to uline.com and overnighting boxes. That shit is so... Has anyone seen how big those are? Yeah. They're like 27 inches long. You can look it up on and you can
just break them down and have a stack like this big of packs and promos.
Yeah. And no one cares about the promos and the packs. There's better ways to get the packs. I hate stuff like that because it's this big. It costs a shitload to ship, especially if you don't have like Shippo or like a shipping account where you're like, some people sell this stuff, go to the post office like on their feet and go, hey, I need you to ship this to this address. And then that costs double, by the way. If you don't print your own label, it's literally double. And then they're like, oh, I made $20. And it takes up, I mean, look at Rudy's videos with Legos. Like, unless you have a literal warehouse, buying a Lego set that's this big, just buy a booster box that's that big. Blooming Waters is as big as a Lego set.
Well, and then the other funny thing I always love is like, well, I don't want to break it down because then it's loose packs. It's like, yeah, you're right. Like, who wants just like the cardboard inside plastic when you could have cardboard inside plastic, inside cardboard? And maybe some more plastic on the outside. Then you know it's truly safe. No one could ever reseal or tamper with that.
Bearish on the climate change.
It's so great, man. I don't know.
It's insane. I hate those items personally. As a seller too.
Why does no one call out Rev, CTR, and Chloe? Why would you? I wouldn't. I don't. I haven't really seen Rev do anything. You know, like I critiqued one thing he said. Chloe, I don't think she's ever done anything I disagree with. Cool Trainer Ryan's an asshole. I tell you that all the time. So I'll call him out all I want. That's about it.
I mean, I don't think there's anything to really call out for any of them. Like, CTR definitely knows who he is. Chloe's
Well, he's definitely came at me multiple times, so I have no problem calling his shit out.
No, I mean, like, what are you gonna say though?
Oh, just
Like,
he's a drunk.
what's
He's a
the
drunk asshole.
but like, what's the gotcha?
Oh, there's no
Yeah,
gotcha. It's just.
I know.
That.
I'm like, people in the chat are like, well, what about? And I'm like, well, Chloe too. Chloe's the most like neutral person here.
Yeah, what are you gonna say about Chloe?
Right, like somehow people find a way to hate on her. I'm like, she's like the most like neutral.
And what are you gonna say about Rev? Like the dude's leading the hobby. I mean, he's like the biggest like Pokemon card opening channel in the hobby.
Rev's just top dog, so like you just have
Yeah.
to find some BS to like yell at him about.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna like? I made a video like a little short about it when he was like trying to like make it seem like investors were all bad. I'm like, dude, you're an investor, you know, like like you have to shake him, like, dude, this is what you've been doing before everyone else was. What do you mean?
He kind of Pokemon-ed it there with that one. You know,
yeah, I was like, what do you mean,
eat the
dude?
rich. But I mean,
he's got like freaking storage units full of this stuff, trying to like. It was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like aside from
otherwise,
that, like,
I think he's a good guy.
I don't really watch a lot of his stuff because it's just I'm not the demo for it. But I mean, I think people that hate on Rev, they're using it to clout chase because he's the biggest and it's the easiest to knock out. People that hate on Chloe, a little bit of clout chase, a little bit of like, I want to be different. Like this girl isn't who she says she is. Like I'm gonna hate. And then people that hate on Cool Trainer Ryan, like, while a lot of it's probably justified, he just doesn't give a shit, and his audience members don't either. So he's like, it's like trying to cancel Eminem. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, and dude, here's the thing. Ryan came at me like 3 times, right? He came at me on one video, came at me on another video, then finally like raided my stream. And that's when I really started like talking shit openly. Like I'm like, dude, I haven't clapped back one time. Like if you're just gonna keep coming at me, I'm gonna start saying shit back. It's like that's kind of all it is. Cause I'm not gonna like openly hate on him on a video to get views. I don't need to do that. Like I'm in my own lane doing my thing. Like, you know, people don't like what I say. That's one thing, but I'm not gonna like do things just to get views and create clout and drama and all that.
No, it's cringe. If you're gonna talk shit on someone, you better be like at least like at their level if you squint. Otherwise, it's just clout chasing cringe.
Yeah. What do you think about that? This Team Rocket briefcase thing?
Oh God, the $100 briefcase that people are spending $500 on.
Do you have any? Are you getting any?
We sold 70 of them.
7 for 500?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is a lot of money.
And you're getting them from 100 for 100?
No. MSRP is 100. No, hell no, I'm not getting them for 100. MSRP is 100.
Like, damn, no wonder you got all those Bugattis.
Right, dude, that would be great. God, the money there would be awesome. No, Japan is charging a very hefty amount for the briefcases to sellers like me as well. I don't know. It's fine if you can get it for super cheap. I mean, I think with Japanese, and this is probably why you, Alex, is always like a little less gung-ho about Japanese investing. You guys have to remember that, say, you know, the market price is $500 for a briefcase. Say you get it for $350, and you're like, oh, I found the plug. Like somehow you get it for $350. You're like, I found the plug. I'm gonna go all balls deep in this. This is the investment of the century. It could still drop over $100, and the people at the top in Japan are still doubling their money.
Yeah,
like it's a $100 item. So
you made a video about 151 boxes about that.
Yeah, it's all the same. Like you guys have to remember these things in the English market, because you know we're Americans and America's the only world that matters, right? That's kind of how we all think. So when the market crashes to, if that briefcase goes down to $200, it more than halves overnight. The Japanese folks are still doubling their money if they buy it at MSRP. If they're evil like me and get a distro and they're buying it for probably $70, maybe cheaper, $65 they're probably paying, it can sell for $100 and they're still making $40. So these $500 investments, they can drop in half and half and half and half and half. And the people that control the supply are still profiting. Yeah. So just make sure you're very aware of that, because like you don't know how many exist. 151, people hate when I say it. There are more 151 booster boxes than anything else in this whole hobby. The amount of 151 boxes just chilling. You know, Rudy, his basement, he shows it and you can whatever. Like there's Japanese people just as big as Rudy. He's a huge deal on YouTube. Just like Alex is a huge deal on YouTube for ripping chips, but there are much bigger players out there. The Japanese are just as successful capitalists as the Americans. There's plenty. and they don't give a shit if it crashes because they're still quadrupling their money. You had that?
Yeah,
dude.
So you're saying don't invest in Team Rocket briefcases.
Dude, you're the best, bro. Thank you. Have a good weekend, bro.
So don't. So
You need me to come back tonight or tomorrow?
I will. I'll hit you up, homie.
So don't invest in Team Rocket briefcases.
Yeah, I mean, if you buy one, cool, hold on to it. But like, dude, I would not go balls deep in that.
If you were to cash out of Pokemon, where would you put your money? I mean, if I were to cash out, if I were to cash out, I'm not saying I would do it. Not saying I would, but if I were to, I mean, I think just buying the S&P index isn't bad right now. I mean, Bitcoin and things, they have ran back up, but they've been a good buy for a little while. Like, I don't like Brian's. I mean, real estate. Like, I mean, I think anytime when like the economy is like kind of seen as like, getting a little unstable where things could happen, I think anything you can do, like I was just talking about paying my home off, like anything you can do to like reduce your risk, reduce your exposure and kind of shore up. I think anything like that's probably smart. And even holding cash on the sidelines, even just to like take advantage of plays that come, like all those things could be what the money could be used for. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd pay out my house for sure. Straight to real estate.
Straight to real estate. Well, the hobby's dead, so let you guys know.
Hobby's dead. Riff and chips are dead. Everything's
all
dead.
Over. Shut it down.
YouTube's dead.
Shut it down. What do we got? Box topper concept. Do you think holding these sealed will create long-term value similar to PC ETBs? Dude, what do you think about this thing? Like,
well, first of all, the quality control has sucked ass. So if you have one of these and you're holding it sealed, just be aware you're going to piss someone off one day. I had one customer didn't get a box topper in their box, and I had two customers with photographic evidence that showed the card bent in half to the point where it looked like someone went and creased it. Like, dude, Journey Together's QA has been shit. So I replaced all of them. I opened up extra boxes and sent them box toppers. But I don't know. I think anyone going balls deep into anything box topper related right now is nuts because you don't know about the reprints and you don't know if it's ever going to happen again.
What do you think happens? This is like my speculation. What do you think happens if they reprint Journey Together and it's not with box toppers?
Then the people that hold on to them are brilliant and they go to the moon.
You think they go to the moon?
Yeah. Because right now in Europe, they already don't have box toppers.
Right.
And people still sell those at a premium, but because they're unique. And so it's like, if we never print any more with box toppers, those will be like the most unique thing ever. Like that shit's going to go way up. But there's also a chance that they just do that for every additional reprint of Journey Together, and people that went too crazy end up losing a fat stack. Just don't go too crazy.
Christian, look, dude, this is not cope. Summertime slows the hobby down is the most cope sentence I've ever heard in my life. It's not though. Like that tells me you haven't been in this hobby very long.
Summertime slows the market hobby down.
Summertime's always been a slower time in Pokemon cards. Other than I would say the pandemic.
In the macro, maybe I don't know enough about it. We stay very steady, like year round.
Steady. I mean, usually, so I haven't really been in the position of kind of like yours, but like definitely for eBay TCG player. I mean, I always remember sales slowing down, like things kind of tightening up a little bit in the summer. Like it's just like simple, like common sense. People are out. They're going on vacations. They're going, they're going to concerts. They're doing outside activities, not just spending money, but just don't have time. They're barbecuing. They're out of the pool. Like people are doing other things with their time and money. The kids are out of school, so the parents are taking them places. Like people just do other things with their time and money during the summer. It's just, things kind of get back to normal when August, September get here and kind of life gets back to normal, I think.
To me, that makes sense. I mean, I bet retail in general is slower, I would guess.
Yeah, retail goes through seasons for sure.
Yeah, there's no holidays in the summer.
Again, dude, Christian,
happy
look, man.
4th of July, here's a Pokemon card set. So yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised to hear that. That sounds reasonable to me. We stay pretty steady, but I think we just have a very large email list.
Yeah, I think Christian, man, I think like you're following that whole mindset of like anyone talking positively about things or something is like here to like try to like pull the wool over your eyes, dude. I mean, I can pretty much speak for Brian too. Like we don't have anything we're trying to like sell you on. I'm not trying to sell you an idea or anything. If you don't believe in this market or item, sell your stuff. Don't buy it. Like I'm just telling you through years of experience, this is kind of normal. It's not, I don't know. That doesn't seem like a crazy take to me. Stephen F. Thinking to sell Sword and Shield at 80% profit, but if you eventually follow Sun and Moon, can't think of another investment that will match returns. Sell or keep yours. Well, I know Rudy's like super bullish on Sword and Shield era. I know other people are as well. I don't know, man. What's your feeling on it?
I don't see what people's rush is on selling things. Half the time, these people have like 3 cases in their investment portfolio, and it's like, bro, just I don't see the rush. If you don't have anything specific that you're gonna like aim to put it in, I really don't think it's gonna go down. I would just keep it. If you got like a whole warehouse of them, start trickling them out. But like I feel like most viewers have 3 cases, if that. And I'm just like, unless you're buying a house like this year, I would just keep it. It's gonna keep on going up, in my opinion. I don't see the rush. It seems like everyone's like, oh, I gotta sell. It's gonna sell. I'd hold on to it.
Yeah, it depends on what.
Until you have something specific.
Yeah, what your position sizes are, but like I always say, put things in terms of real dollars. Like how much, realistically, how much money like are you going to lose if things downturn where you think they're going to downturn? It's like a lot of times people like see percentage drops and they really get scared, and it's just like, what'd you lose, 30 or 40 bucks? Like you spent more than that at Applebee's last night. Like, come on. You know, it's just like, how much money do you really stand to lose? Like, I could lose $300. It's like, well, is that life changing for you? Well, no. Okay, then don't worry about it. Hold it a little longer. You'll be all right, you know?
Yeah, I think anyone lucky enough to have like Sword and Shield stuff or Sun and Moon stuff, it's like, I think your best strategy would just be stop watching TCGplayer.com and stop watching YouTube and just like forget about it for 5 years. Unless like something really like a big if a specific opportunity comes, that's when I turn off my investor hat and I go, oh, are you profitable here? Is there a lot of money? Is that a down payment on a house or a car that you've been wanting for a long time? Do it. But most of the time people are like, oh, now's a good time to sell. And then they're like, they just put their money in a shitty bank account and they make nothing on it.
What's up, everybody? Anon here. Dude, we got to address that. What about when we, I mean, I think we both did made sort of quasi apology videos about like the supposed reprints coming. And yeah, like distributors got some more product and like, I guess some stores got a little bit, but dude, that was nothing.
No, it was bullshit. I basically made a joking apology video for my apology video last night. I was like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have took that back. Like that was complete garbage. And it was also not even correct. I think you made your video before I did, but like I had it in my head to talk about it.
Yeah.
And then I saw you and I'm like, damn it, he beat me to it. But yeah, like that reprint that Anon and the girl that I called out for tweeting it, like that never happened. If it did, it wasn't worth a damn. It certainly wasn't what they claimed it would be. And the Obsidian Flames booster boxes, that never happened at all. They're like, oh, well, there were some sleeves. And I'm like, yeah, but it said boxes. So where were those? Like none of it, like this is bullshit. I don't know.
Everything, dude. Like this prismatic thing, everyone's like acting like it's gonna be like the crash of the market. It's just like, I mean, you've got all your prismatic, right?
Yeah, I got all of them.
I mean, Eli, everyone I talk to, everyone I know, right? Every single person I've talked to, including my local card shop, everyone's got their prismatic ETBs, and all people keep telling me is, Alex, this isn't the reprint. It's not here yet. That's why the prices haven't corrected. I'm like,
it's
dude,
here.
They went from 140 to 115 to 120 in ETB. That was the correction. They just didn't correct the way you thought it was. This is it.
And the funny thing is, we're going to become a lot more like Japan now, where after reprints, the price is going to go way up. Like I'm not hyping up prismatic, but when Pokemon has all these tweets and people on Twitter talk about these reprints that are coming soon, and then when people realize, oh shit, that was it, that's when things get bad, because they're like, oh, I was holding off till that and that's not going to happen now, so shit, I guess I might as well buy now. And then
but if they were able to find like one or two at Walmart, you were wrong.
Yeah. Well, I've gotten people, they're like, dude, I found one at Walmart the other day. And I'm like, well, that's awesome, bro. But like, you being excited to find a product with a barcode at the biggest retail store in America. Like, if that's the bar for like a healthy market that's easily accessible for everyone, that's a pretty low bar, homie. Like, you just got lucky. Good for you, but that doesn't mean there's not a problem here. I'm like, bro, if it was truly that easy, the market price on this shit wouldn't be $125 on TCG Player. Like, you got lucky. They're like, oh, Brian's he thinks the world revolves around him and he's a special snowflake. It's like, no, bro, people like that think they're special snowflakes. They found something, therefore everyone else can. It's like, dude, it's not how it works, sweetheart. Like, you got lucky, and I'm very happy for you. But that's it.
True. You going to CollectCon Kansas City, dude?
When is that?
I don't know, but that's probably one of the ones I'm going to since it's so close. So hopefully I see you there.
It's 3 hours away from me, so I should go.
Yeah, you need to, man. We need to hang out.
Yeah, we also have a good time at CollectCon.
Oh yeah, Rob Burns. Have you talked to him?
No. He kind of retired once and then came back pretty quickly and then retired again. And I thought he'd come back pretty quickly, but he still didn't come back. I was surprised about that. I bet he'd be back.
I mean, me and him had our beef and stuff, but like, dude, when all that stuff came out, he made that like going away video and like talking about like, dude, like, here's the thing. This is like my take on all this stuff, all this Pokemon drama and like back and forth and, oh, I hate you for this, dude. When it like is like comes out and someone says like, oh, I got a problem with this or it's affecting my family and my kids, dude, all gloves you get taken off. Like, okay, dude, dude, that's awful. I wish him nothing but the best, and I hope his life and everything got worked out, because I would never wish any like real life struggle for anybody. Like,
Right.
all this Pokemon drama is one thing, but like, dude, obviously I think everyone here has a heart, and like if it gets that serious, it's like, yeah, man, that's brutal, and I wish him. I hope everything's going good for him.
Yeah, I'd guess he'd probably come back, but I agree. I mean, he's always been great to me. Seems like a good guy. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised either way, but I'm glad that even if he does come back, and hopefully comes back when things are better, it's like people need to look at him as an example of like, hey, none of this shit's real. There's real problems out there. Don't ruin your family life over Pokemon. Please don't. And people will.
You have no idea how many people I've told that exact thing to, like that exact word. I said, guy, I was like, when I speak to people like other YouTubers, I'm like, none of this is real. Just as long as you keep that in your mind, this is all your family, your friends, like things you do once you turn the camera off. That's real. Like, don't let this get too serious. I know people think like it's serious, because here's the thing, guys. We all have to make content. Like, of course, me, Brian, will make content responding to people, getting wrapped up in the drama here and there. But I know Brian personally. I know he's the same as me. Once we turn the camera off, it's to real life. Like, I forget all about this BS.
Oh yeah. It's.
I'm not losing sleep over Pokemon drama. Like,
it's like Severance, man. Like my elevator over here, like I go into Pokemon mode, and then as soon as this thing turns off, I'm back in a normal mode. And I really hope Rob Burns is the same way. I'm sure he's not even thinking about YouTube, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
He's probably A-okay.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
I mean, YouTube can it can get to you, man. It can like kind of start taking over your life. Like, especially if you're trying to keep hitting like certain numbers or metrics or subscribers, or, oh, the views are down this day, I need to like, come up with something better. It can definitely start like playing with your head, man. Yeah,
well, he grew pretty quickly, and he didn't do it with any gimmicky viral video. So yeah, he was definitely going at speed 11 out of 10 for sure. So yeah, it was probably pretty dangerous at the level he was going at, especially if you have like kids and stuff. Like, it's probably good he's off YouTube, honestly. Like, for his own like mental health, like it's probably a good thing. Because yeah, you don't grow as fast as he did without any gimmicks, unless you're like dedicating every waking moment to that. And yeah, I assume he probably was. Yeah,
the editing and everything, I couldn't.
No, God, yeah,
one time for it all.
Watching the videos was exhausting, because I was just like, God, that looks like a lot of work, and I don't put nearly that much effort in. If he'd abandoned his family and child and whatnot, he'd probably have like more subs than me and you combined by now, but he'd be miserable. So I'm really glad he just like, follow him as an example, folks. All the clout chasers out there, Joji included.
What is this? Do I still need to delete my channel?
Do you not remember this guy? Oh, bro, this guy.
When people were saying Joe G in the chat, I thought they were talking about the Team Rocket Joey. Who? No, I don't.
No, Joe G is the original Joey. Like, this is the most unhinged, like, wild character of a YouTube. He was relevant for like 25 minutes a few months ago.
Dude, you're just saying this about him.
Oh, dude, it's the most people in the comments definitely know. He called me out and a few other. He kind of did the Team Rocket Joey thing where he just tried to like ride the coattails of people for a while, and like one video got like 277 views, and I guess that was like viral for him. It was such a cringe, and I just straight up said, I'm like, dude, you just need to delete your channel and move on, bro. Like it's chill.
Damn.
I guess it really stuck with him.
I must have missed this entire arc.
Well, you probably just like took a walk with your dogs and came back and it was over. But it was a really exciting 25 minutes of fame for him.
My God, dude. You're brutal.
Dude, you look into it, man. If you organize by like most popular video, it's probably the one involving me because that's all I really had. But it was a cringy couple hours. Yeah, sorry.
Well, hey, I'm glad you survived.
I honestly, yeah, same. I can't believe, like, to his credit, we're still talking about him, so I guess that's good. He's like the JoJo Siwa of Pokemon.
Where do you even come up with these comparisons? JoJo Siwa.
They got the same name. I don't know. Maybe it subconsciously got in there.
Damn, dude. I haven't experienced Brian go through a brutal takedown like that in a while.
I just keep it real, man. I might not be the number one video. He probably deleted it. I don't know. It was a thing.
Rudy claimed he had to pay $90. What?
The video Opossum is real mad about nostalgianomics investing versus maybe he's on your side in this video. I don't know. It's a saga. If you get time.
I just kind of come to the conclusion that most people are just against me in Pokemon, and I just move on.
Probably, yeah, that's a good.
It's not that serious. Like I refuse to pander to get on people's good side, so I'm just gonna keep making the content I do. Rudy claimed he's paying $90. If that's the case, how would these ever go under 100? Seriously, I don't see MSRP possible. Well, it's not. I mean, unless you can find it again on a Pokemon Center drop, a Walmart drop, Target drop. If you're looking for MSRP on eBay or TCG Player, it's not possible. Like zero possibility.
Yeah, and Rudy's not lying either. That's about right.
I paid $100
for mine. I paid $90 for a lot of them, and I got some for closer to MSRP, but I had to buy all those top loader boxes. So,
heck yeah, man.
Sucks.
Jonathan F., thanks for the 20 gifted memberships, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Nice.
You guys ever thought about putting together an investment group concept like Cardone Capital for Pokemon investments? Dude.
Speed run to get canceled by every commentator channel out there. That's funny as shit. It's funny. I know someone who intended on doing that. Grant? No, who intended to do what this guy suggested, like a shared, really? Like, yeah. I don't know how this was somebody very relevant and very big, not so much in the YouTube world, but in like Pokemon finance. And there was an involvement with his buddy in the whole CGC test print scandal. So I don't know if those are related or not, but this was around that time. So I'm assuming that never actually happened, but I was offered to be part of it. And I've learned just say no to most things. I was also offered to be part of the test print scandal. That's a whole story. And I'm glad I rejected that invitation too, because that could have been bad.
Did your employee sign an NDA? my employee didn't. I gotta get him on that.
Yeah, you gotta get ChatGPT to write one up.
Yeah, I don't trust him. He might tell all my business secrets.
Shit.
Dude, that's how anyone operates in the space. You have to have like secrets that no one else can know about.
Oh yeah. You gotta have I actually made my people convert to a different religion surrounded around me. It's pretty important. stuff.
Scientologist.
It's something, yeah, Scientology adjacent, you know.
AM PM Pokemon, appreciate you. Member for a month. BV Luminous, appreciate you too, man. Oh, dude, this was a good time, brother.
Dude, for sure. It's always a good chat with Nostalgianomics. I was told when I brought this chat up in my last video that a live stream between us would be the cringiest thing in the world. I was like,
I've already
bro,
done this like 3
4
times
now. Yeah, so
you know what's funny? The first time we
Cringe
ever
number
did
5.
this, my channel was actually bigger than Brian's. Remember that?
Was it really?
Dude, that was back when you like really didn't make YouTube videos. Like really, seriously.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah.
You had like a couple thousand subs, and you were just
You had
like
like 6,000.
and you were saying, you're like, yeah, I think I'm gonna start making videos seriously.
It'd be fun to go back and react to those. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, because that was a long time, and that was like definitely way over a year ago.
Yeah, definitely.
It was.
That's
I mean,
funny.
dude, it's been a fun ride, man.
We're still here, still kicking.
You have no thoughts of stopping anytime soon?
No. I think I'm gonna probably be doing this for quite some time. I've been able.
Do you ever see your wife coming into the business with you, or is she just happy doing her own thing?
No, she's good. She's a teacher. She loves it. On most days, she's a 6th grade teacher, so she loves it as much as you can love it. She hates it a lot of days because 6th graders. But no, she has no interest. Honestly, now like I came here to do this live stream, but for the most part, I don't really work anymore, and I'm already kind of bored. So I'm like, shit, I guess I can't leave this because I'd be really depressed.
What does that even mean? What does that even mean?
I don't do anything anymore. Like my guy Bryce that was here, he comes in like 25, 30 hours a week now, and he comes in the middle of the night too, and the weekends too. And then my bro Justin, my actual brother, he works 150 sometimes. His biggest work week was 150 hours. He worked like multiple 14-hour shifts because he's nuts. He has his own business. Yeah, dude, Justin's crazy. Like he's nuts. He's like me. Like
you got him on salary though, right?
Oh, shit, no, I got him on overtime. Oh, homie was making some big money that week.
Well, you better call up Trump. Make sure he doesn't tax those overtime hours.
Oh, bro, I know. Jesus, he's already ruined enough of my life, that man. But no, Justin works his ass off.
That's crazy.
So he's here. He has his own business. He does lawns just like he used to do. But so now so he doesn't work that much now. He was doing that before the lawn stuff came in. Now he's working. He probably does about 50 hours a week or so.
And most lawns?
He works about 120 hours a week in general. Justin makes bank. Like me and him, we both have that bipolar manic shit going on where we can just like go. Anyway, the TLDR between those two and my cousin Abby, who works just like 10 hours a week, I don't have to do anything anymore. And it's really freaking boring.
What do you do? Like you at least like, I guess source and list?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, listing, it's like, what do I list? It's the same shit. Like, there's a new set, Justin Rivals will come out. I'll throw the 6 SKUs on the website. That'll take 10 minutes in my bed, and that'll be it. They pack everything.
What you been doing all day?
I got to tell you off stream. I can't be. I've been doing whatever I want, but I'm really bored now. Like, so it's actually kind of depressing. So I'm either going to start a new business or try to do something else Pokemon related, but yeah, no, it's really freaking boring. But
you gotta do something else. You can't just sell Pokemon cards. Someone in chat told me that earlier.
Yeah,
they did.
Apparently, it's become too automated to where I'm like, shit, what do I do now? They boss me around. I'm like, well, what about this? Justin's like, oh no, you don't want to get more of those. We did that. I'm like, fuck, okay. He doesn't even know what a Poliwhirl is. Like, dude, Justin can name like 6 Pokemon. But he knows how it works down here. He's been here for like 6 months. It's crazy.
When are you guys gonna start cussing each other out? AM PM, thanks for the super chat. Thanks for the reminder. Yeah, man.
Big reminder.
I don't.
So he's been here.
I don't even have like. We could like me and Brian could easily have done that and like created drama and started a fight. It's just like I don't even have energy for it anymore. I don't care about the drama. I kind of did. It was fun when I started. Like I'm to the point now where I just don't care.
My social battery is not charged enough for that half the time. It's like, eh. And now I'm just trying to grow my business. I'm trying to like, I don't know, man. I'm just like, I guess I'm just moving past that. Maybe this is growing up.
Maybe I just turn on some Blink 182 and I'm like, I
growing up.
guess this is growing up. I don't know.
Great song, great band. Maybe it is. Yeah, I don't know. I participate in it if I know it'll increase my bottom line, but right now I'm just focusing on trying to get rich. Completely blunt.
You mean like richer? Like I feel like you're already rich.
No, I want to be Rudy rich. Like that's like my main focus right now is like be creative, make YouTube videos, do everything honestly and justly and fairly, but like ultimately like new missions. And play a shitload of Smash. Me and the boys have been playing Smash Bros. Like twice a week now. It's crazy.
That's how we're gonna end things, guys. We're gonna end things with we're all just trying to find new lanes and get rich. That's what we're doing here.
That's right. That's what it's all about, baby.
Guys, in the description, top of the description, I'm sure most of you are subscribed. But anyone that doesn't know Brian's channel, I don't know how you don't subscribe. PokeNE, dude, the best business content you're gonna find online for sure. And yeah, man, anything you want to end it with?
Yeah, your business model sucks and you're a horrible YouTuber. Fuck you. Is that what we want? Clip it.
Ripping ships will never die, dude. The Japanese market's going to effing zero, bro.
You don't know shit about business, man. I can't even drum it up. No, thank you for everything, man. I love being on your channel. Thanks for coming and watching, guys. We appreciate it. Live stream number 5 coming up in another like 4 to 6 months.
One day we're gonna have one on Brian's channel when he ever does that.
I've never hosted a live stream.
I know, never, not once.
Never. I don't want to buy the software. The stream.
You're like 60,000 subscribers. You've never had one live stream with somebody.
Maybe when I hit 60.
That'll
be our 60,000 subs. All right, peace out, y'all. Peace. Thank you. Love you. Bye.